And now for our feature presentation.
Welcome, everybody, to Simon versus the podcast. Introducing first, from Calgary, Simon the Hitman Song. Yay!
Simon is a wank pheasant.
Motherfucker. Introducing the challengers, the third member of the Iconics from Australia, Sodrick
no.
Strong. Yeah.
Yay!
The American Dream.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
All ego.
I'm betting right
Ethan
now.
Omaha.
Yeah, oh my god, that just turned out. I love it. Yay! Everyone cheer for me, I'm the
I
best.
don't know who I'm
The-
cheering for.
The 6'6" American, yes.
If you smell what the Kudabe is cooking. The great one, the icon, the phenom from Parts
Holy shit.
Unknown. It's Kudabe. He's our special guest. Welcome, everybody. This is Simon versus the podcast. If you haven't figured out already, we're doing The Wrestler.
It wasn't
If
that
you didn't know-
obvious.
Well, if you didn't
Yeah,
know
no.
we're doing The Wrestler, you're pretty fucking inept.
It wasn't very
Yeah,
subtle.
why are you even here?
Yeah.
Why'd you click on this video to begin with?
So, yeah,
Don't make
Yeah.
fun of your subscribers, Simon.
all 12 of them.
13.
14 now.
Oh, 14. Never mind, excuse me.
Oh.
14. We made it now. We're getting up
So,
there. Can't
we
wait.
do have our boy Kudabe with us.
Mhm.
He is
Hello,
he's
greetings.
a wrestling fanatic, much like myself.
Yeah, we need someone else for Simon to talk about wrestling with this
So-
episode.
Yeah.
That's great. So someone in Kudabe can be enthusiasts about wrestling and be elitist. It means Sod just look like peasants in comparison.
Well,
Fucking
it's,
marks.
we're actually going to talk about the filmmaking.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's actually a good movie. Yeah, not just
was-
itself.
There was filmmaking in this?
This was a documentary.
It
was.
felt like it was shot like a documentary, acted like a documentary. If you even call it Mickey Rourke's acting in it, yeah.
He was,
He was
selling
acting?
himself.
I also had everybody here today watch the Dark Side of the Ring episodes on Chris Benoit.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Just it was mainly for Ethan and Sod to get a little more feel of the wrestling business. Like the wrestler itself does a lot of good stuff
Mhm.
with it, but I wanted them to see it in an even darker light.
Just
which
to see
was
how fucked
needed.
this industry can be.
Yeah, because like
And, the Benoit thing was one of the darkest things in wrestling history. So,
I'll say it's gotta be, yeah.
all right. So, The Wrestler, released in 2008, directed by Darren Aronofsky, written by Robert D. Siegel, starring Mickey Rourke and Melissa Tomei. And as a little added bonus, I went through the movie again and I tried to find as many real wrestlers as I could. So I'm going to list them off here. We
Oh,
have the
God.
Blue Meanie.
Oh, Blue
Did you
Meanie
see him,
was in it?
Kudabe? Yeah, he was in it.
He was blue in it? I didn't
He
know.
was blue. He was in full
Oh,
blue getup.
crap.
Yep.
I
Jay
must
Lethal.
have missed it. Oh, I remember Jay Lethal, yeah.
Jay Lethal. Jim Powers.
Jim Powers. I
we
don't...
we see a very young Antonio Cesaro
Oh, yes, I did see.
or Claudio. What's his indie name? Claudio.
Claudio something Swiss.
Yeah, Swissman. Chuck Taylor.
Yes,
One
Love
fourth
Chuck
of the best
Taylor.
friends now, I guess.
the Kentucky gentleman.
Nigel McGuinness,
Yes, love that
who
guy.
actually gets a actual name drop and hugs Mickey Rourke. DJ Hyde.
DJ Hyde.
Austin Aries was in the film.
Oh no.
You see him. He was probably bitching the whole time. He didn't want to get jobbed out in the film. Necro Butcher, Ernest the
Oh,
Cat
Necro
Miller,
Butcher.
which I was kind of
Yeah.
surprised to see, and probably
Necro
the
Butcher was pretty
biggest
prominent.
out of them all, R-Truth, who actually
Oh,
gets a
yes.
speaking role.
That Necro Butcher also.
Oh yeah, him too.
And
But
he
I'm
had
surprised.
a freaking match.
I'm surprised R-Truth did as well.
Yeah.
He was fighting Austin Aries.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I'm surprised R-Truth was allowed to be in this film,
I think that
given
was
he
like
was signed at this point with the WWE.
really. I
He
thought
was done with TNA. He was with the Fed, which is strange
interesting.
considering the context of the film.
Maybe it was that that anonymous general manager that did that. The
Ugh.
one on the computer.
No, what year was that? It was 2012,
I think
wasn't it?
maybe it's one of those celebrity guest
Actually,
general
Mickey Rourke
managers.
was on WWE TV, and they did reference the wrestler. I think he punched Chris
Oh,
Jericho. I don't know.
that always
Anyways,
brings ratings.
yeah, those are just some of the wrestlers that I noticed in the film.
Notice that Blazing and Sod are silent because they don't know what the
They
fuck
don't know
is
any
going
of those
on.
guys. I don't think any of
No.
those guys.
Am I allowed to talk now? Are we allowed to talk now?
Yeah, we're still here. I
If
can't
you
believe
want,
it.
I suppose you can speak.
Yeah, like I'm sure that was like great for you listening off all these like supposed famous wrestlers off, but me and Ethan were
Famous.
just tuning out.
No, most of these guys are indie schmucks.
Okay, so that's
Most famous,
that just shows how much I know about this. Like,
most famous guy on this list would be either Cesaro or R-Truth. Yeah. Well, Nigel McGuinness maybe.
I think our truth is like more of a draw right now.
Yeah, the 95-time 24/7
Oh.
champion.
Best booking.
What a great idea that was. So our movie kicks off. We get a
we're
really
talking about
cool.
the movie now.
Yeah, we're talking about the movie,
hell yeah.
asshole.
Nice. God damn already.
Yeah, so our movie kicks off. We get a bunch of Randy's career highlights through newspaper clippings, posters, and like
Basically,
we
the
get the
opening
commentary.
credits.
Yeah.
Like this is all through the opening credits, which
Well, this is what
like,
you want from
it's
an
a
opening
nice,
credit. You show
nice
what
and
he's done.
efficient. Yes.
Yeah.
Good opening credits, yeah.
They also show you like specifically any footage of like his career, like all this like publicity. It just shows enough like how like big in the '80s scene he was at the time.
Yeah, so he would have been. He probably, from what I saw, he probably would have been like at his peak through '84 through '88, and then a little bit in the early '90s.
Yeah,
because he
Well,
said
there's a line about that later on.
Yeah, he states in the film that like the '90s were pretty shit for him.
Well, we said Kurt Cobain came in and ruined everything, and then like Guns N' Roses were
Yeah.
awesome in the '80s. Yeah.
Fuck that prick.
Oh. I'm liking about it.
Well, also in the '90s, this is where territory style wrestling would start to die. So we could assume, well, this film takes place in the real world. So because of the WWF starting up a weekly show and doing more pay-per-views, they would travel across the country. So it used to be divided by territory. So like get like Memphis, Ohio, stuff like that. And you wouldn't cross. You would not cross. You would not do a show in someone else's territory.
Yeah, that was forbidden at the time.
Yeah. So that's when Randy would be at his peak, is territory style wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a little context for Ethan and Sod. So
Okay.
after that, we jump 20 years later.
Yep.
Randy,
and
after the peak of his career, he's stuck doing indie shitty wrestling in high school gyms.
So sad to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, this is a wash-up story.
Yeah, how about Mario Fallon? Yeah.
And you also have to remember in 2008, like indie wrestling was indie wrestling. Well, yeah, Mickey Rourke, he also had a bunch of work done.
Yeah.
Well, this is sort of like Mickey Rourke's career at the time wasn't like basically dead before this, and well, maybe Sin City came out. Yeah, Sin City came out beforehand, but yeah, before that, his career was basically dead. So this is, you can sort of view this as like a bit of a reflection of him in a way.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Could say that.
We could say that, and that's why he did.
He's not even performing.
Didn't he used to do boxing?
Yeah, he was a boxer before.
That's why he
acting.
That's why he punched Chris Jericho in the face.
Yes, when I boxed bio, I saw that said like former boxer. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that part of it.
There was supposed to be a match between Chris Jericho and Mickey Rourke at a wrestling event in WWE, but Mickey Rourke didn't want to do it. Which is Which kind of sucks because he was actually pretty decent when actually doing the wrestling stuff in this film.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he was
that's
more than
Do we
decent,
just
right?
want to quickly
He was-
say how perfect Mickey Rourke is in this movie, just
Well,
in the
how-
role?
Yeah.
Have you seen his body? He can absolutely do it. Like he has a great body in this movie. He could absolutely pull it off.
I mean, I
Like, I
would too if
remember-
I was shooting up that many roids.
Well,
Like I just remember
yeah,
going over
fine,
like
but-
some of the other choices. Like apparently Nicolas Cage was considered at one
I was
point.
going to mention that. I'm so glad that did not happen because Mickey Rourke is always so perfect and like, real in this movie. I could
Well, he's
not.
perfect in this role.
But
He
Nicolas
was.
Cage,
He was-
it's like that's too like that's not what Darren wanted at all. Like, it's too like too much of Hollywood shit. He didn't want that. He wanted like a humble, modest movie, not as Nicolas Cage is playing this washed up wrestler. That there's a different movie, sure, but this is not that movie.
This was an extremely physical role as well. So Mickey Rourke was perfect in it actually.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nick Cage couldn't have done what would have been needed for this.
Yeah.
God no, yeah. I love the guy, but just no.
I'm
Also,
sorry,
how
but
would you-
Nick Cage is not going through a fucking plate glass table with barbed wire in it. It's not
No.
happening.
No.
Is
He's
there
like
another
that guy cut his
one-
forehead too.
Yeah, he's not gonna gig.
Yeah, and Mickey Rourke actually did it apparently to add more realism to the
Yep.
role. Like he actually did do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's why it's so fucking gross. Like, I think AEW still does the razor blade thing, but or
Yeah, they do.
they'll bust open hard way. WWE uses blood capsules, which looks really hilarious when they're trying to break them. So let's move on with the movie here. Randy can't pay his fucking rent, which is crazy because wrestlers really weren't paid a shit ton, even in like the territory days and stuff. Even with Randy probably being, well, in context of this film, being one of the most popular wrestlers of all. He's basically Hulk Hogan if his wife took everything the first time.
Oh,
The
I also
Hulk
just
Hogan
mentioned that.
history for that.
Just funny that you mentioned Hulk Hogan because, like, apparently he said at one point he was considered to play
Oh
like
no.
Randy.
Hulk Hogan.
That is a
Hulk-
terrible idea.
That's what the hell. Yeah. The
Yeah.
hell?
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something,
Hogan-
brother.
Hulk
even,
Hogan says
Darren-
a lot of shit.
Yeah, and Darren Aronofsky even said like, no, that was never considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Ugh.
liar.
Also because Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan is a massive fucking racist.
Hulk Hogan
And the
also
only
said
place
he
in-
was.
The only place that man gets cheered now is in Saudi Arabia. Think about that.
Hulk Hogan
Okay, now
also
that you've
said
thought
he
about it.
wanted to be, he was lined up to be the guitarist for Guns N' Roses. So you have to take everything he
Oh.
says with a grain of salt.
Let me tell you something, brother. I was gonna be the bass player, dude.
The fact that Guns N' Roses was also mentioned in this movie as well, it's
Yeah,
brings it all,
What's
connects it
yes.
all.
Yeah, I
with
think
Sweet Child of Mine plays as well in a very integral scene, which we'll get
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
Yeah.
We see the toll that wrestling has taken on Randy's body. He has a hearing aid. He's a little slouched over, and as we saw with the Chris Benoit, also Randy and Chris Benoit used the same move, the diving headbutt from the top rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I noticed. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. Especially,
Didn't do Chris any favors, and also it's correlated, which is this whole film is crazy coming out 1 year after the Chris Benoit tragedy. Also, you have to think about production times, filming times, all that stuff. So, was this being filmed while Chris Benoit did what he did? You got to
It's
think about
likely.
that. Yeah.
It's likely,
Well,
yeah.
it was a much smaller movie, so like I'm not exactly sure on the times, like the timeline, how it all matches up. But this was like a small independent movie,
Mhm.
so it might have had a shorter shoot or something. I'm not sure.
it looked like he had a shorter shoot.
What is it? It was the budget's only like $6 million.
Yeah, even another trivia is like for the budget, like obviously for very modest, a smaller budget, they couldn't afford the use of Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, but Axl Rose like nice enough to like, hey, you could just use it because you might as well. I mean, that's nice.
I'm surprised it was up to Rose to let them do that.
Mm,
You know, with like how record labels are and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
So good on him for that, for having
For-
complete creative control.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we see like Randy's body, he's beat to shit. Like he slightly has a little bit of he has a slight limp when he walks, and he's a little hunched over, looking like Mick Foley nowadays.
Yeah.
Mick Foley famously for Ethan and Sod, who don't know, he was the guy who was thrown off the Hell in a Cell, that famous GIF.
We'll look him up right now.
Uh,
Always look him
Alright.
up.
Yeah, Mick Foley, his body is destroyed from wrestling.
Oh, this guy. I think I've seen him before. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. I don't know where, but I've seen this dude before. Yeah.
So Randy, he has to sleep in his van because he can't pay his rent because
it just
wrestling
shows like
pays
what
shit.
a terrible situation he is in now, just how washed up he is.
Mm.
The fact that he's even living in like a trailer park as well.
Yeah.
Even calling him washed up, I feel bad calling him washed up because like you seen this movie that he's a very sweet guy. Just calling him washed up makes me feel bad just calling him that.
I mean, if like
Well, he
if
is.
Kelly can get into the Hall of Fame, I don't see why Randy the Ram couldn't.
Wait a minute. Kelly is in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. In 2013, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I'm surprised Vince didn't come to Randy and be like, "All right, I'm gonna give you a shot at the belt. You, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania. You're gonna lose." And then he starts stroking Brock. So, with like, Randy can't even go in and get his goddamn ice packs. He needs his
Mhm.
fucking ice packs.
God
Yeah.
damn those ice packs.
Yeah. So he has to sleep in his van, has a beer, wakes up, beats up the local children.
Well, that just sort of shows like
That's what fighters can do at first
that
too.
only friends are like the local like children that just hang around the trailer park, and also
Yeah, but
the
once
Very
Call
sweet.
of Duty comes out, they want nothing to do with him.
Oh yeah, that's
The best-
yeah.
That's what I say. That is the best description of Call of Duty 4 of all time. That kid is probably a journalist now for IGN.
Because I think it's good because like once he gets out, I thought first of all I thought he was gonna be pissed at them. Like, oh, like what these kids want from my van, but like, the exact opposite. He's just very sweet and is open to them.
Oh, if his daughter would have saw that, she would have been so pissed.
Oh,
Oh,
his daughter. You're seeing him
very.
be a nice, good guy. His daughter would be pissed. Yeah.
Oh, you have time for these local trailer park kids, but you didn't have time for me, huh, asshole? I'm a lesbian.
Oh.
I can understand though where she's coming from.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, I didn't have a dad either. You don't see me fucking bitching about it.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you respond to that?
All right, well, let's move on. Randy, he's going to his next. Did we get a scene with him at the working at the grocery store first?
No, he goes in asking for a job, like just casual work, basically.
Well, he already has a job. He's just seeing about hours.
Yeah.
Gary is his boss.
Yeah. Some
Oh
pervert.
yeah. His boss
Yes.
was watching porn, I think. in the
Yeah, it
computer.
was.
That's
yeah.
later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a very blazing moment.
after that stuff, a lot of nice tits in this film.
well, it's strip club tits, but it's acceptable, I guess. They're there. Whatever. No feet, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Wednesday's tits.
Tuesdays titties. I'm in soup.
Oh yeah, get on to that. Yeah.
So Randy, he's going to his next indie show. He's talking to his opponent. They're working out the match. They're using wrestling terminologies.
Yep.
They're gonna work out their spots, brother.
Yeah. Very impromptu planning.
Yeah. Everybody who's there only starts working this out the day of.
That was
With-
great to see. That's like your typical indie scene.
Indie
right
promotion, yeah. It's like we only have these guys for about 5 hours. Yeah, do what you can. Randy only shows up probably about an hour before the show.
He's a master at that.
Yeah, he's a worker, brother.
Yeah.
He definitely not a Diamond Dallas Page. I'll tell you that.
Oh, he needs that regiment, man. He
Yeah,
needs it badly.
If Randy had that DDP yoga, he would have been fine.
Oh yeah.
Surprised Diamond Dallas wasn't in this film, to be honest. He was in Ready to Rumble. I don't know why he couldn't appear in this. All right.
Yeah, Darren Aronofsky didn't want a happy ending. That's why.
Yeah. He didn't want anything to be happy.
He never
Yeah.
wants he doesn't want it's either his ending to Requiem for a Dream. That didn't turn out well. He still had worked
Like to
out for
believe
those guys.
Requiem and this take place in the same universe. So like the
That's
drugs
likely,
that
yeah.
they got in that film, this is where Randy's also getting his drugs from.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all comes together.
I
The
mean,
Darren Aronofsky
Yeah.
expanded universe.
Yeah,
If I ever meet him,
wrestling.
I'll ask him about that.
yeah, wrestling was his obsession, and then for McJoe Leto, addiction was their obsession. Or you
Yeah.
take Black Swan or his other movies. Being the best was Natalie Portman's obsession.
And also you got the obsession in Pie, if anyone saw that.
I don't
Life of
I
Pi?
don't like it.
That
No,
was
not
a great
Pie.
different
That's the
Pie.
one
The
where he's
movie
trying to fuck the
Pie.
tiger in the boat.
Yes.
Right?
No, that's a different. Yeah, the first movie Pi's debut, like
Well,
Black
that is
and White
probably
in
a
a
Darren
film.
Aronofsky movie somewhere where some guy's trying to fuck a tiger, considering how over the top he likes to go.
And
All
then there's
right.
Mother, which is completely different and crazy.
And that
So,
Mother's still very much an
God damn
Aronofsky
it.
film.
Fuck off.
Okay, we
I
can
said,
talk
good
about
night, we can
movies.
talk. There's movies. It's not a movie show. It's what a director, considering director of this movie we're talking about.
Be a 45-hour episode.
We got
Dear
two
Lord.
two different. You guys are trying to talk about wrestling. We're trying to talk about movies.
Yeah,
It's-
it means sounded like movies.
Well, you know
and
what?
Darren
Like it or
Aronofsky.
not, this is a wrestling movie.
Hey man,
Yeah, but
here's the thing.
it's still very
Wrestling is like the best form of storytelling. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's Shakespeare with body slams, motherfucker.
Yep. No
Yeah.
other thing like it. Nothing
Means-
else like it.
Me and Sod, do you want to just leave and go record our own thing? We're talking
Yeah,
about
we'll just
Mother.
read out.
Yes, please.
We'll
Yes.
talk about Aronofsky. You two can
It'll-
talk about wrestling.
Yes, please. I'd love to do that. Sounds lovely. We should do
Well,
that
guess
sometime.
what? The bot can only be in one channel at a time, so go fuck yourself.
Oh.
We're gonna try Craig then. See if Craig gives up on us.
Yeah, no, Craig's gone.
Yeah, good luck with
I
that.
can't use
That's true.
Craig.
God damn it. Yes.
We'll be done
Especially
before you guys
considering
even get started
Ending
with that.
episode 11 I'm working on currently. It involves
Yeah.
Craig. It's sort of a finale to that.
All right, so we get to see Randy do something pretty interesting. He cuts a razor blade down to a size and he tapes it into his wrist with his wrist tape because he's gonna blade later on. He's gonna get juice. He's gonna get color. He's gonna gig.
He's gonna expose the kayfabe, brother.
Yeah, he's gonna expose the business, brother.
Oh no.
Yeah, see that match, Randy uses his blade. Usually when it happens, unless the camera guy fucks up pretty bad, which usually happens in WWE for some reason.
So is that just a common thing?
No, well, unless you're the Dudley
Like the
Boys,
camera.
not really.
Uh,
Like getting, well, in WWE, because it's ran by one guy who's pretty incompetent, Kevin Dunn.
Well, Nick Gage uses a pizza cutter, actually,
Oh, well,
to blade his opponents.
yeah, but Nick Gage is a garbage wrestler, so
Hey. What the fuck? What
getting a
the
little political
fuck?
here. So they're working a very basic indie style match. Thing is with Randy, he's a '80s trained wrestler, so he's doing a lot of basic films or basic moves.
Oh, wow.
Mickey
this
Rourke
movie's
doing a lot of
funny.
Wait,
basic films.
yeah,
Yeah,
for a second there, I was about to say, we're talking about Mickey Rourke or the character.
Same person.
Yeah, it's like
Mickey Rourke's gonna jump off something high one day.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, we got there.
The wrestler too. Not possible.
God damn you! Why you do this?
Yeah, so I love that his opponent does this. think he just does a very basic move, and the crowd starts chanting, "You still suck," which is them acknowledging that they like the move he did, but they still hate him. Such a stupid chant in wrestling. So Randy, he gets his blade. He starts juicing.
There's a lot of like improvisations also in this in the spots as the match goes on.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's indie wrestlers. It's not unlike WWE where Vince gets final say on everything you do.
Oh yeah.
Because even though
all the spots.
Yeah, rescheduling the show 5 minutes before it happens, or sometimes even during the show.
Getting real political here right now.
Randy,
this wrestling scene just shows that he still has like fans, like people who still like care.
Yeah,
about
humble and legit supporters. Yeah,
like I still like
in a big way.
I still like Jimmy Wang Yang, and he hasn't wrestled in years. So
isn't he a producer right now?
He has a redneck bang bus or party bus. I mean, might as well be a bang bus.
Can I quickly bring up that story?
Does he have a website for that bus?
What story? About how Ethan thought I was Jimmy for
like
how many years?
I was gonna check it. Okay, yes. This guy, okay, I've known Simon Discord for like 2 years. It's a good amount of time. And then Simon always had this guy as profile picture. So he made him like a part of his identity. I guess he literally made this guy a part of his identity. So I thought, oh, this is Simon. Like, what? I thought it was him. And then how I find out, and he's like, I forget how it happened.
I think I just DM'd Ethan. I was like, you know this isn't me,
No,
right?
it was in the server. It was,
okay.
in the server.
Yeah,
it was in the server. It was public, yeah.
I love how Kudabe knew the whole time and he didn't say anything.
I thought he would put along.
Ploy to humiliate Ethan server.
Because I know Kudabe was like, "Hey, that's a nice profile pic." I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man," because he knew. And Ethan's like,
"Yeah,
no,
I thought that was you.
That is Simon."
I thought this was you for the longest time. Yeah, we have the emote of him like with his mouth open, and I thought that was you.
I had like a file of just Jimmy Wang Yang photos, either from him in WWE or after WWE. Yeah.
Yes, right there. Yeah.
We
can put the upspot if you want to.
Sod can put an image of Jimmy up for anybody, but Ethan thought I was him for quite a while.
Yeah, for a year. I'm not joking. For a year at least. Yeah.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that one up as well.
I love Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's in the boy stable. I'll tell you that.
Hangman would love a buckle like that.
Oh, Jimmy should be his new manager.
Oh, definitely.
They can come out on the redneck party bus. That's some cowboy shit right there. Anyways, Randy,
the epitome of cowboy shit.
Yeah, Randy gets on the top rope. Ram Jam. That's the name of his diving headbutt. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And like we said, Chris Benoit.
He say something there? Or?
No.
And he won $20.
One. Yeah, he probably got a whole $20 and a ham sandwich.
What from this one match?
I'm surprised our boy isn't a wrestler because he loves ham sandwiches.
Oh, Jack Thompson. Yeah. Jack Thompson treat, man. I thought about do I want to make an inside joke nobody else would get?
You should DM him on Instagram and be like, you should become a wrestler, dude.
Okay, yes. I'm like, our main goal for this episode is to get Jack Collison, the star of MILF and other Scott Wheeler movies, to be a wrestler. That's the main goal for this episode.
No, the main goal is to get him on the podcast.
Well, yeah, that too. That's what I'm doing. That's what time to Jack Collison. And we used to ride through this podcast. We could get Jack Collison on. A DM calls it, hey, can you get out some testosterone or something, please? We need you in the wrestling scene.
Getting back into the whole Benoit thing. Wrestlers have a higher mortality rate than any other sport. Higher than football, UFC.
Well, they're
all
very
that.
damaged
That was-
people in
that was-
general.
Like present within like that documentary, like because his best friend, like
Eddie
passed
Guerrero
Eddie.
passed away,
Yeah.
Guerrero,
and
yeah.
that kind of put Chris over the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like one of the big events. Yeah, but yeah, it was just sort of
Like the thing with that is like Chavo Guerrero, who was Eddie's nephew. Like Eddie basically died in his arms,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
That scene in particular gave me like once Chris Benoit got the phone call and he found out, that gave me chills in particular. Just the way he was executed as a documentary, it was it was tough to watch. to say the
I'm not
least, yeah.
100% on the statistics of this, but I believe most of the ECW roster is dead now. Like half of that roster is dead now.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
A lot of Canadian wrestlers too. Like with maybe Canadian wrestlers that passed away as well. I think he's used to
Owen
Simon
Hart.
as well.
Well, that's the thing. What happens when you're doing roids after a certain age? Like that shit catches up to you, and it fucks
Yeah.
your
Which is-
heart.
also yes, definitely a major plot point in The Wrestler.
Well, it's very prevalent here. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why one of my favorite wrestlers, Andrew Martin, Test, passed away
Mm.
because he was a big roidy monster.
Yeah, it was a big dude.
He was
He has-
massive.
The greatest big boot ever.
I'm surprised Brock Lesnar isn't fucking dead. We can only hope, but he's not.
He's not human though.
Yeah, that's true. Neither is Scott Steiner,
Oh,
Kudabe.
oh yeah, I know.
You saw it
Wait.
coming.
So anyway, back to the
What are we
movie.
waiting for? He had to answer the door.
I think this gift shows
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Like,
I
look
guess
at
I'll
this
have to look
man.
that up as well.
Yeah, look
at
at
that.
this man. This is Scott Steiner, the genetic freak. Big Papa Pump.
Roid free baby.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
chicken and
fucking
broccoli.
right.
Jesus.
It's all chicken
Veins
and broccoli.
popping out.
This man has biceps on his triceps. That's how big he
Man.
is.
Looks like the tyrant from Resident Evil took up wrestling.
It's like a human flesh. It's like just a human blob. Of a
My
person.
defense is indefensible. My offense is impeccable.
Like his skin looks like the inside of an anus, just walking around. It's on the outside. You put a fist in, you're gonna pull it outwards, and like that's his body right there. That's exactly what it looks like.
Ethan's watching gapping videos over here.
Okay.
You put your whole fist in and take its inside and pull it out, and that's the skin right there. That's exactly what it looks like.
This is what happens when you try to do anything on wrestling. It just trails off into other wrestling shit.
Okay, I
Yes.
have a question
Uh,
because I didn't notice this when posting the gift, but why is he in a shower?
He was
What
he,
That
the
is
thing
a
was
very
I
good
believe he was
question.
gonna fuck that chick.
on
and
Is it
then
like
camera?
Candice Michelle?
Yeah,
Does he
I
have-
believe the whole thing was he was gonna fuck her, and then the cameraman came by. He's like, "Scott, what are you doing?" He just started cutting a promo. Yeah,
That's
Because
funny,
Scott
actually.
Steiner.
you
What
would
a
always
guy.
see Scott with women. He'd
That
always
was
have women on him, and he would always tell them to shut up.
And he would get like dances.
That's true.
Speaking of dances, are we up to the strip club scene in the?
Not yet.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
getting there.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Oh
trying
my
to keep
God,
it moving
so-
along.
Sod really wants to talk about that scene.
I just
We
wanna
all
talk
do.
about the movie.
That's the only reason he did this. He's licking his lips.
Always we watched this, yeah.
Dirty Australian pervert.
Future Michaela over here.
I like to spread some fucking Vegemite on her. All right, so we're gonna get some background on
Oh man.
everything. On a more lighthearted note, tits.
Wait,
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of ass
we get some-
shaking, grinding, yes.
Yeah, we see him. He's talking to the bouncer at the club. He's gonna hook him up with some Percocet
Mm-hmm.
because he's a big fat lad and his back hurts. It's like your back hurts because you're fat. Trust me, I know. So we see him. Some douchebags are picking on Melissa Tomei, saying she's old and shit. I was like, have you fucking looked at this woman?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
It's
yeah,
like,
well,
she's
then
fucking
Randy comes
gorgeous.
up
Like,
and
the thing is, like, she'd probably eat a little more steak and potatoes. Like, I don't like seeing a woman's ribs.
No, this is disgusting. No.
Yeah, like,
Get on
she
that
has.
Scott Steiner regiment.
Fuck, I don't want to see that either. Yeah, Randy tells him to fuck off. He shoos them away.
which
Melissa
She
doesn't
doesn't
like because
really.
she thought she was gonna get some money. I was like, they're not gonna pay you. They didn't want you. So like, if a woman just starts, like a strip club, if a woman just starts dancing up on you, and you say no, you still have to pay them. It doesn't seem like a fair consenting thing to me.
No way that's real. That's bullshit. That's some
Also,
shit in movies.
Also, there is a theme between the two of them that correlates because of the age and how their professions are not in line with their age.
Well, yeah, exactly. And also the fact that, well, I guess we can get into later on, sort of when we see like her life outside of the strip club, like the fact that she has a son and everything. She has
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
to lean back on, while Randy doesn't.
Kind of a completely different person outside of her job, her business, what she
Yeah.
does.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Pac-Man
No.
Jones wasn't at the strip club, because as we know, he like the stripper club.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Kudabe got that and
he got it.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
just-
I
he
wonder,
got it.
yes.
He got it, but he didn't want to.
Just-
He's like, oh fuck no. Little context: Pac-Man Jones was in a strip club shooting.
oh my yikes. That's why dude
Yeah.
GTA 4, but in real life, that's horrible.
silence.
Gamers.
That's my dinner, yes. My dinner.
Gamers.
Okay.
Fucking lost in my notes here.
Oh, okay.
I only took that one. I have one note for this movie, and I guess we'll share it later.
Okay.
I like Melissa Tomei's breasts.
Good
Is
for you.
Is that in your
I-
notes?
It's not. I just feel like it needed to be said, to be honest.
I'll just say that.
Okay.
Like, if she just started doing this in any of the Spider-Man films, I feel that probably would make them way better.
What's that, Kirsten
What the-
Dunst, like bitching?
Yeah, way better than Kirsten Dunst
Oh.
bitching.
Okay.
Like,
But
all
anyway,
all three Aunt Mays from different Spider-Man movies just pull their tits out all at once.
What is that? Your idea of like
I'd vote for
No Way
Amy's.
Home?
Well, it would have to be quite a few years ago because, like, at this point, the one from the Tobey Maguire, I'm pretty sure she's just dust.
Well, yeah.
I'd vote for her. I'd vote for her. Dustman
Say-
Jones.
Pac-Man.
Say
Jones.
this. No.
We get
Say this.
we get
Oh my
Randy.
God.
We get Randy. All right, we'll try to keep more on topic. Randy, he's buying the drugs. He's getting the roids. He's getting ripped, brother. Keep in shape. 24-inch pythons, dude.
The roided up Agent 47.
Yeah, I love how this other wrestler just has, like, I don't know. I think he's a wrestler. Like,
I don't
in
think
con-
I don't-
or-
Is he?
Oh, I
The
think
context of the movie, or it's another.
actually
wrestling
no. I think he's
cameo?
just getting it from some dude at the gym. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But also, he's on the indies, so there's no drug testing.
They
Okay.
get away with anything really. Like once you
Yeah.
put on the show, that's what matters. Really, they don't really take the precautions of their health.
Well, like when Eddie died, they bumped that up a little bit. But when Chris died, they said, okay, no more headshots with chairs. They started doing way more steroid testing, like actually doing it. Because Vince was sued back in the day, like the whole steroid trials and stuff.
the chair that was also mentioned in Dark Side of the Ring Chris Benoit episode as well. It's like no more like hitting on the chair because like you see what the aftermath of like getting hit. I don't know with a metal chair. It's a bloodbath. Nearly, it's crazy.
He also banned the flying headbutt and also the pile driver, I think.
Until Brian came in, he's the only one who's
Yeah.
allowed to use it,
Hmm.
I believe. And Undertaker's the only one who's allowed to use a pile driver.
Yeah. It's
Unless
pretty
you're
risky.
Unless you're Shawn Michaels, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But it's also crazy thinking this came out like a year after what happened with Benoit.
Yeah. So
Yep.
what are we up to in the movie again? Are we
In
up
the
to
film, after he gets his drugs,
drugs? Does he go to the other wrestling match?
yeah, he
or-
goes to a show for CZW, which is a real promotion. It is a real indie
Yes.
promotion. It's an indie promotion
Jesus.
for it's an indie promotion for fucking gross wrestling. Like hardcore wrestling fans are probably one of the grossest types of wrestling fans. No offense to you,
Oh
Kudabe.
yes.
Lots of death matches.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but after watching this, yeah, if it's anything like what happens here, then Jesus.
in bigger
Oh,
promotions,
I said that.
in bigger promotions you can do it safer. The problem is these guys don't have like the resources or anything to do it safer, so they actually go out there and actually hurt each
What,
other.
staple themselves?
Yeah, they staple themselves, nails.
The barbed wire
Before this,
and-
we do get the scene of them going to like a dollar store and picking up like pans and sheets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and you also get it's just also just a nice interaction there where like he interacts with like the store clerk there. It's just like, hey,
I love how the store clerk doesn't really know what's going on.
Yeah,
I feel
me
like that
neither,
was
that
ad-lib.
store clerk.
Yeah,
I feel like that was ad-libbed.
maybe.
A lot of stuff in this movie is ad-libbed.
Yeah, that's the thing about this movie. It feels extremely grounded and real.
Authentic.
It's
Yeah,
almost like as you said
real.
before, you brought it up as a documentary. Like it does have that grounded documentary feel to it.
Yeah,
Especially like when the camera's like following Randy around.
yeah, it's just going along. He's following this guy around for like a good chunk of the movie. I just what he does is day-to-day life. Since doesn't
Yeah,
have
it does
much
have
going
the-
on
Yeah.
now.
He did
feel to it.
everything except for look directly into the camera and say what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
The biggest problem I had with this was I don't know why he must have got paid a decent chunk to do the CCW match, because at his age it doesn't seem practical or anything. He's just cutting his career even shorter, because matches like this do that, and as we see the
Well,
result of it.
Well, the thing about Randy is like he does love the fame and attention.
Yep,
And, like,
that's what
Yeah, but that's
wrestlers love.
like with a lot of wrestlers and stuff. That's all they have.
Yeah, exactly. So
And that's
he'll
all
just-
Randy
He'll
has.
he'll do anything just to be in the ring, basically.
Yes.
I love how they do this.
That's all
he
like the
ta-
self-destructive angle of his character. Like as Ethan mentioned, like in Requiem for a Dream, like how like self-destructive all the characters were in that because of the drug use. But here, like it's the fact that he's doing what he loves.
That is what he loves. His wrestling. That's his
Plus
obsession.
drugs.
Yeah.
Darren Aronofsky loves drugs.
Well, after Requiem for a Dream, I don't know how anyone could say he loves drugs after watching that movie.
No, that was the pro-drug movie. He thought it
Oh
was
yeah,
loves-
it glorifies drugs. It makes them look cool. All that cool editing, and then it makes somebody coke. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right
He does
there.
a hit of
actually-
he does a hit of
did actually
coke
know
before
what it
each
was.
scene.
He didn't actually know what he was filming there. He was just like, oh, I'm gonna have it like all bounce around and stuff. It's gonna look so cool, and everyone's gonna go, wow, drugs are
yes.
awesome.
Same with the ass to ass scene. That's not like effective. That's just a rap video. That's just
I'm
it's
sad
so
we didn't get
effective.
the ass to ass scene with Melissa Tomei. I think that would have been really cool. I'm just throwing that out there, Darren. I'm just saying, if you ever hear this, big missed opportunity. You had your chance, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
so, you can step for the girl, but when I step for the younger girl under 2025, I'm the weirdo. Okay, I see how it is.
I want nothing to
That's
do
the
with the
dynamic
fucking
now.
girl from 2025. She's probably that dude's actual real life
Wait, which
sister.
2025 are we talking about?
World enslaved by a
Exactly.
virus.
What? No, Lockdown 2025. That is the girl in that, the younger girl. I'm talking about the mom in that.
Remember? How could
Yeah,
you...
she did.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yes,
the cheating bitch.
yes, she did great yoga. I was complimenting her about that.
Or
but
was
thankfully it cut out.
she actually cheating because the whole thing was a dream,
Oh, the stroke dream. Yes, the fever
which
dream.
makes no sense.
Besides that ending, it's a really check out that movie. It's really good.
or
Kudabe.
not.
It could,
No.
please watch it, Kudabe. It's
No,
it's really
don't.
good. It's really
No.
good. Please do.
This
Nah.
is
Okay,
the-
will do.
He's here to talk
but-
about wrestling, not the shit stuff we've already done.
He's
but back to the
open-minded.
movie, I
Talk
also,
about it.
He's my correspondent.
He's your son or godfather, if
son?
anything. Yeah, godfather, if anything. It's so dynamic here. I'm gonna get it now. Like,
My son.
me and
Please,
son.
My
I'm
Yes,
Dominic
Kudabe?
Mysterio. I'm Dominic Mysterio right now.
Probably
Is that
taller
wrestling?
than me.
That's
Another
must be a
thing that
wrestling
he's not
reference.
gonna
Yes, me
get.
and Star would not get that. Yes.
But
I've fucking referenced the ladder match for Dominic Mysterio so many times. Okay, I'll tell you guys again. In wrestling, there was a ladder match for custody of a child. That
I
was
did
a
not hear
real
about
thing that
this.
happened. Kudabe, can you
Oh.
pull it up for the boys?
Yes.
And then Sod can put it up.
Oh, this is no longer like a discussion. This is just educating me and Ethan on how.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
We're going to go
explaining
through the
to
wrestling history.
explaining to the folks at home.
Eddie
You just
was
like
also...
brought.
Yeah,
just
this
using,
was
like,
a
the
real
fact
thing that
it's
happened.
A Darren
only-
Aronofsky movie to
Yeah,
us in.
You see, the only problem I have with this is they didn't put Dominic at the top of the ladder. They put a custody
Oh.
papers. It should have been the
Wait,
child.
Wooby.
What? They should have
This
put the real
Yeah.
child on the ladder.
Just-
is Wooby?
I'll edit this like
What?
Kudabe on one side, Ethan on the other. Winner
What
gets
the-
Dominic.
Yes, Wooby. Yes, the company of Dominic. Yeah, boy. Yes.
I
Also,
believe he
the one
spells
on
it the same way.
I
The
think he
one on
does.
the
Too.
left
Yeah, like
is-
that.
Yeah.
the one on the left is Eddie Guerrero, the
Who was
person
in the
that,
Benoit documentary who
Yes.
passed away. Yeah.
yeah, that's Eddie Guerrero.
I'm your
But back to-
puppy. All right, let's
we
get
rate
back to the
talk about
movie.
movie. What I love
No.
about like the okay, what wrestling trivia do I have to hear about now?
Okay, so back to the movie.
Oh, thank God. So, what I love about like the scene, like, is that we see like the aftermath beforehand of like having them
This is
like
where we
pull out
see
the
the blue meanie.
staples. Yeah,
Dude,
but like
you're not talking about the hairdressing scene or the tanning scene?
we're talking about the wrestling scene. Which scene are we talking about now? I thought we were
Any
up to,
scene
like,
lasts
the
for like 5
fixing
seconds.
barbed wire.
Well, before he does the CCW thing, he goes to the hair salon, he goes to the tanning booth.
That's what he
Right.
did with his $20.
Yeah. He's got to look good, brother.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's just
like
more
like
him-
Sod was trying to say, here's my interpretation of what Sod was trying to say. He
Oh,
likes how it was shot because we get the aftermath first, then we shoot back to the ring where they're doing the match, and then after something happens, like he gets cut or something, we switch back to the aftermath where he's getting sewn up and stuff. Right, Sod?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Also,
Thank
you should turn me down because I can hear my echo through your shit.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Fucking unprofessional piece of shit Australian.
God.
And cut.
Yep, episode's over.
Ethan's like, oh, fuck's sake.
I'm stuck here. No, I was wrestling trivia. Sounds like, oh, when's the wrestling trivia gonna be over? Being an asshole about it. Like, okay, I'll just listen. I guess what y'all.
Well,
ramble
if you guys
on.
have any questions about wrestling, now is the time to fucking ask them.
I don't have any questions. I don't have any.
Also, after the match, we see that there are people who actually love Randy, but I don't think he feels the same sentiment as they do because he feels that he's like a waste right now at this point in life.
Yeah.
There was
Well,
that feeling for me.
a lot of the other wrestlers look up to Randy because he is a
Oh, yeah,
legend.
definitely. Like there's like a good sense of like camaraderie between them beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Randy Orton's not there to shit in anybody's bag, so it's all good.
There's also references to real life wrestlers, I think, with parody names like Billy Bob Benjoy's, Hexo
Yeah.
Jim Duggan, Mr.
Yeah.
Magnificent, obviously is Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, when he before the first match when he's naming off the wrestler names, he makes up a
Yeah.
bunch of bullshit. It's pretty good. You can tell that
Even in the-
the writer of this, Robert, is a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Even in the death matches, it felt really authentic, actually.
It felt
It was
good,
really
even
good.
even with the shitty hardcore wrestling fans who always want more
Mm.
and don't actually care about the wrestlers.
I like that it was cut into the aftermath and also the match, like concurrently. Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was good editing.
So during the match, Randy's in the crowd. He puts the trash can over Butcher Boy, and one of the fans is like, "Use my leg," and everyone's like, "Use
Oh,
his
that
leg,
was-
use his leg, use his leg."
Dope.
Like that's stuff that actually happens at these shows. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
this whole movie feels real.
Yeah, it has happened, which is really funny. So
Yeah.
Randy just smashes him with the leg, and it's pretty good. We get Randy. He gets put through a glass table with barbed wire on it, and that's where he gets cut on the stomach.
God
Yeah,
damn,
Jesus.
yeah.
That was
I
brutal.
thought Ethan. Pretty sure Ethan wouldn't have liked that because when
Well,
they're
glass. Yeah, anything
Yeah.
to do with glass gets me iffy. I did some anything to do with nails or glass or eyeballs. I'm out. I can't do any of that. Anything with
Eyeballs?
glass.
I am.
Oh.
Yes, eyeballs freak the shit out of me.
Oh,
Yeah, they
no,
do like piercing of
wouldn't-
eyeball.
Kudabe.
Big Van Red?
He wouldn't like the Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio eye for an eye match.
Oh,
I don't
possibly
know.
more real. I
I don't
have
know
a
what.
better example. The Big Van Vader match.
Oh yeah. Remember the time they put a guy in an electric chair live and fried Abdullah the Butcher?
Jesus Christ. I mean, he
Wait,
should
what?
be fried.
Or
They
the
put someone in
time,
an electric chair.
yeah,
what?
they actually put some dude in an electric chair and fried him.
What
Yeah.
did he? What?
What?
Or the time
What
Undertaker
did they actually do?
hung.
Was it? What was it like the scene from The Green Mile or something?
Yeah,
What?
Oh.
So, what, did he die or? Sorry.
No, he
because it
didn't.
was a stunt, idiot. You fucking
Okay,
mark.
but
No,
That's it's all fake, did you know? It's
Like
all
I said,
fake, did you know?
I mean, like they did
Wrestling's
they
fake.
did electrocute him. They did electrocute him for shoot, brother.
Yes,
But he didn't die.
I didn't die, son. That's the thing. Don't you
Yeah.
get it, son?
There have been wrestlers who have died.
Like you're a big wrestling guy all of a sudden, Ethan.
I love the idea of Ethan coming out here. It's like, yeah, I know the terminologies, brother. I watched The Wrestler. I know what's up.
Yes.
Undertaker is not actually dead, by the way.
Yeah.
I watched 2 documentary
his-
episodes in this
His
movie.
brother
and
is a
shit.
Republican for shoot, dude.
Oh,
I didn't know that the brains were in the knees, Kudabe. There was also the time that Undertaker hung Big Boss Man for shoot, brother.
Jeez.
No, he put a noose around him when they were doing their Hell in a Cell match, and he had him raise the Hell in the Cell, and he hung him.
What the fuck goes on in this?
Dude, wrestling is fucked.
wrestling.
Wrestling's
It's
fucked.
awesome. It's awesome.
it's awesome.
This episode better get views because the amount of work Sod's got to put into putting like all these images on screen is gonna be
This is
excessive.
gonna be a video podcast, dude.
Yeah, it's just might
It's
as
just
well
gonna
be a
be
video.
wrestling's great.
Yeah.
Movies would not dare go to the lengths that wrestling does. They would not
No
dare.
way. Absolutely not. There's been a lot of pregnancy storylines as well.
Necrophilia storylines.
Yeah.
What?
There was the Katie Vick
Okay.
storyline. Yeah. Wrestling is not
Yeah.
for the faint of heart, boys.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
variety, that's
I
for
think I'm
sure.
picking up on that.
Quite a few lesbian storylines as well.
Oh,
There was the
yeah.
one where her opponent, she's like, well, I can't beat her. So she starts fucking her dad to get back at her.
I'd rather see this on their movie.
But she didn't want the dad. But she didn't want the dad because she was actually a lesbian and she was trying to have sex with the other chick. But she had sex with the dad, and the dad died of a heart attack.
Well, speaking of heart
Sod
attack,
can keep up with all this right now.
Sounds
Actually,
writing one.
Actually, explaining it makes it more funnier.
Yeah, it makes it sound more fucked up. Oh, remember the time Big Boss Man killed Al Snow's dog and fed it to him?
Yep, that was
Yeah.
fucked.
All this wrestling fans. I remember this wrestler who did this really messed up thing. Oh my god, brother, that was so bad. And this other wrestling guy, remember how he has a felony on him? He has multiple charges. Oh my god, brother, that was the best. That's what it got. It's every wrestling fan.
Dude.
Oh, remember? You know how much of a piece of shit this guy was? Yeah, he's the best.
Remember the time that they killed Vince McMahon?
Remember the time when Kurt Angle came out with a cum truck?
Oh, remember the time Kurt Angle wanted to have bestiality sex with Booker T's wife?
I'm talking, that kind of bestiality sex.
Oh, it's something made up.
I love how you like. Here's the thing.
No
Here's the thing.
way.
We're not making this up.
Yes, you are. I don't.
No, I'm not.
We are
Come
not-
on,
we are
come on,
not.
y'all make this
No,
up.
at this point, I'm just going to believe anything.
We're not making Ethan. I'm not making this up.
We're not. We're not. We're actually not. This is all real.
just saying
Everything,
This actually happened.
everything we've said has actually fucking happened in wrestling.
Well, it's video proof. Obviously, these sockets put it
Yes,
up.
There is,
So,
there
yeah.
is video.
Well, I'm not
I'll-
going to put most of these up
There's
unless you
a
can
lot.
source the
All right, well,
clips
I'll
for
send
me.
you the bestiality sex thing I'll send you that because I feel like that's where Ethan checked out. I'll send you that one for sure.
Okay, do it, brothers.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, you're wrong, Ethan. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I'm not saying he's literally making this up. I'm saying it's so bizarre. The more y'all go on about it, I was joking about how like you can't make this shit up. Y'all just making this up by this point.
No, we're not.
I know. Yeah, like y'all the wrestling okay.
Thanks for acknowledging we know stuff.
And I can most certainly do that. I'm human. I can. Yeah.
Know the ins of the business, all the marks and the smarks and all that terminology.
Yeah. So we're still in the CCW match. My favorite weapon that he uses is a stick with a bottle on the end of it, like one of those big 2-liter or 4 liters, I guess. That would hurt a lot.
Yeah, you really feel the pain throughout this whole sequence.
Yeah. I was like, I used to do backyard wrestling. I was like, I would not want to get fucking. I would not take that bump.
You used to wrestle?
Like backyard.
Oh, how did that go?
This one time I put my brother through a sheet of plywood.
Jesus.
Through a custom-made announce table, and he got such a massive splinter lodged in his hand. We had to take him to the hospital.
Oh.
But we did it in Canada, so we didn't have to pay for our mistakes.
You're breaking the kayfabe, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not called a hospital of wrestling. The local medical center. Can't say hospital.
What is this? Another trivia
In
fact?
WWE, you're not allowed to say the word hospital. You have to say local medical center.
Yep, that's true.
It's one of Vince's rules. Also, no slapping your legs when you do a kick, brother.
Okay.
All right, so after that hardcore match, which was pretty gross and realistic, Randy, like, his heart's starting to give up. He throws up, and he just
goes
passes
unconscious.
Yeah. He passes out. He has a heart attack.
We don't know it's a heart attack yet.
We do know it's a heart attack, though, because it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, obvious, but he doesn't know that.
Well, he should. He just had a heart attack.
I love the logic someone just putting aside during this.
Ethan's like, oh, fucking wrestling fan logic over.
He pulled an Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, he did, literally. This is what happened to Eddie, except nobody got to him in time.
Oh.
But yeah, so he wakes up in the local medical center, if we want to call it that, or is that just... fucking hell.
Oh, you son of a bitch. He got us. He's learning. He's a Kudabe, he's a worker, brother.
Oh. He's going up to that brass ring.
Yeah, he's gonna have to break through the glass ceiling first.
Oh, that's always the hard part.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy wakes up in the local medical center, and he's told that he had a heart attack, and they had to do... How many bypasses do they have to do? Double? Triple?
Quadruple.
Quadruple bypass? Is that...
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, basically, he learns that he can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, he's told, like, if you wrestle, you are going to die, and if you're exercising, you can only do a little bit. Which we also see, like, he goes up for a light jog, and his heart starts pounding.
Yeah, if that does something for him, imagine like actually like working out at a gym. That's not gonna do well.
Yeah, like he can't do that anymore. Yeah, he's off the roids. That's another thing. Like he's off the cycle.
What happens after is I think
after this Nintendo.
Oh yes.
Where he wants to interact with local boys again. And he's just like, "Hey, come in. Want to play some Nintendo?"
Don't say it like that.
Such a wholesome scene, though. Don't it's weird. It's a wholesome scene. Yeah,
it's like wholesome scene. Well, he lures the little boy in with Nintendo.
It's not even that. It's wholesome, but at the same time, it's sad because it's like
It is
lonely.
It's like reinforcing the fact that he's sort of a relic of a bygone era.
Well, now he doesn't have that outlet to like be with people that understand him. He is 100% alone now, and he got left is Distributors Club.
Even the video games are changing with the times.
Yeah, this is also where we get the fantastic line. You hear about Call of Duty 4?
Yeah,
I just love how the kid says it. It's like, hear about Call of Duty 4?
I just love the fact that he's explaining it to Mickey Rourke, and he's just
He's
going,
the last couple games took place World War One, World War Two, but this game takes place in
modern
Afghanistan. It's
day,
pretty cool.
it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick, bro.
As I said before, he probably grew up to work for IGN, or he
Yeah.
has a YouTube channel.
If you think about the context of Call of Duty 4, what a fucking bunch of assholes to make that game.
And then
Ongoing war. Let's make a game about it. Fucking pricks.
I
It
mean, yeah,
worked.
that's very.
It worked. Excuse what?
Well, what? Because it became one of the most successful series. Of
Did
all
it end the
time,
war?
so- No, it
Some
didn't end
other
the
thought.
war. I didn't say it ended the war.
COD ends the war. We did it.
If COD ended the war, then
Ethan, you're a
Well-
big Call of Duty 4 guy, right?
Call
Oh,
of Duty.
No, I haven't played a single Call of Duty game. I played like a few minutes of like the World War II one, and I gave up. That was my
the
history of
World
Call
War
of Duty.
II one.
Yeah,
Call
that's
of
one of the more recent
I
ones.
found the next game I can beat Ethan in.
Yeah, it's like UFC. I don't know what I'm doing the whole time.
Call of
You played the
Call of Duty.
tutorial.
No,
Call
I
of
didn't.
Duty
I said I wanted to do the tutorial. I didn't get to do the tutorial yet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got knocked out in the intro, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was trying
Yeah.
to Conor McGregor, and I got knocked out. I didn't even
That's how
take it.
I
yeah.
knew I was gonna. That's how I knew I was gonna be good at this
Yeah,
game.
I was just bad. Yeah, I'm
Didn't get knocked
finished
out
now.
in the tutorial.
It's the wrestling match. I love how much taller my character is too. I'm gonna character like the max. She's like 6'6". She's like last time I checked my height, and my character's towering over you. I love it.
Do you check it
Uh,
weekly?
So
Uh,
this is where we get introduced to. Oh no, he goes to the strip club again, and he tells Melissa Tomei that he can't wrestle anymore. His heart gave out. She's like, "Oh, that sucks for you."
Basically, he's like, "Do you have these sort of things bring family together?" And it's just like, "Do you have any family?" He's just like, "No, my daughter hates me."
I've got a daughter. I just wrote down here, daughter.
Why?
That was my note for that section. Daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's sort of like saying you should like try and reconnect with her, and the first attempt doesn't go that well.
no, she tells him to fuck off.
Yeah,
yeah.
because she like sees it as like, "Oh, you want me to take care of you? Fuck off."
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't though. He just wants somebody. He doesn't want
Yeah,
anybody
he
to take care of him. He just wants a friend, basically, somebody to talk to.
He just wants someone, yeah.
But does
Now
she
he's
hear him out?
realized.
No.
It's
Well, you
like
gotta also consider,
exploring.
like,
It's basically exploring how wrestlers are on the road most of the time and don't have time for their family and how it affects
What are you
that.
talking about? Rey Mysterio had enough time to put his fucking kid on the line.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And now his son is a wrestler, so that logic is bullshit.
But what about Brian Pillman Jr.? I think
Also a wrestler.
I mean Brian Pillman, the original, the senior. He
Dead.
didn't have time. Yeah, he did. I mean, now he's dead. He doesn't have time for the. That's not okay.
Well, if you're dead, you don't have time for anything because you're dead.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but I didn't want to
Thanks for bringing up another dead wrestler.
add
Who
more
else
to
is
the
dead?
list.
Like we said, half the fucking ECW roster. Actually, probably over half of it. How the fuck is Terry Funk still alive? Is what I want to know.
I hate to give you anxiety, but I really hope this bot is still recording all this bullshit right now.
Remember the time Rey
better.
Mysterio killed that guy in ring for real? Like it wasn't his fault, but he did kill him.
Where was that? I forgot.
I don't know, some indie schmuck.
Oh,
Yeah, what happened was Ray, he's going for his finishing move, the 619. So he did the drop toe hold, and when he fell, he didn't put his chin up, so it went right into his trachea and
Jesus.
killed him. Yeah, which sucks because Ray performed the 619 on him after he was dead.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Pero Aguayo. I remember
Yeah.
this. I remember
Pero
this
El
story.
Dedo
Oh,
Zero Miero.
Jesus Christ, there's even a photo. Okay, don't look
Yeah.
up. Don't look that up. Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna put that in. Sod, put
Yeah,
it in.
don't.
Okay, so that's just another wrestling thing. I gotta. Well, you're
No,
Wait,
don't put that in. No, don't put that in.
That might
Don't
get fully over my head.
Bestiality's
So whatever.
okay, but
Yeah, don't put that in. No. It was pretty fucked up, actually. Put
What,
the
like
ladder
the other
match thing
stuff
in, though. That was
wasn't?
really funny.
yeah, well, you gotta send that Photoshop through. at some point. Whenever.
Movie, yeah.
If I get around to it, yeah.
So anyway,
the next part of this is really fucking sad because he goes to do the legend signing, and all the legends are
this bit's
all the
extremely
legends
depressing.
are beat to shit. One's in a wheelchair. One's got a fucking piss bag on his ankle. Like it's sad. Like, and honestly, that's the reality of legend signings for the
Relics
most
of a
part.
bygone era.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
as if you haven't picked up on this already, I know nothing about wrestling. Just saying.
Neither
that.
do I.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
we're in the
Really?
same boat, Todd.
Really, guys?
even-
You don't know anything about wrestling?
We're in the same boat, Todd. What do you mean, just
know,
me?
it's-
I don't know shit either. Yeah.
If we had
It's
more
a
time, I
big
would have
shock.
sent you guys a bunch of like free matches on YouTube and would have made you watch them. But I know you wouldn't have.
I would.
Yeah,
I'd
wouldn't have.
rather just
being
watch Dark
fair.
Side of the Ring.
But
All right,
anyway,
then why didn't you watch
signing
Brawl for All?
scene- Oh,
I wanted to watch this movie first before. I at least wanted to watch the Chris Benoit episodes, but I wanted to like, get to this movie first. But yes, I watched that as well.
Yeah, go back and watch season 1 and the rest of season 2. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
yeah, but the signing scene here just really hit home. It's just
Yeah.
extremely
it's rough.
depressing. Just seeing all these.
Yeah.
I'm
The music
supposing,
also
like,
helped.
former
The
legends.
depression
just
music. Yeah.
being
Also
all
his,
beaten to-
like-
also, the fact that when he's looking around the room as well, it's just like, oh god, this is where I'm at.
And
Just
well,
sort
that's
of
also
that
the reality
realize-
of like this is the
It
only
comes to
way.
realization.
Yeah, this is the only way a lot of them can make money. Also, because like the way they acquired their disabilities wouldn't be covered by anything. It's like damn near impossible to get insurance as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in Indies.
Oh yeah, I think only 2 people in history were able to get insurance as wrestlers, and that was Bulldog, Mr. Perfect, and I think Brett
Yep.
too, and Brett. Yeah, I think those are the
Yeah,
only
Brett.
3 that were able to do it, and after that, nobody else was ever able, because all 3 of those dudes got injured and their careers were ended.
Yeah, Brett. Such a tragic.
Also,
Such a
all 2
tragic
out of
death.
3 of them are dead. It's not surprising. Yeah, it's a very cheery episode. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.
Very uplifting.
Yes, we're very uplifted today, talking about a depressing movie and a depressing industry, and
Mm.
I'll
But
just
I
share my
took-
note to make it not so depressing. It's a bit later on, but the only note I took down for this movie was the more or less girl towards the end deserves to die. That bitch is like, oh, more, give me more. Oh no, give me less. Like potato salad. Like, towards the end, that bitch deserves to die. She's
Well,
the devil. I hate her
listen,
so
she's
much.
the real villain. She's the
I'll tell you
antagonist.
what.
Yes.
That might even be more realistic than the wrestling shit.
I swear to God, that's like probably working at a Costco or whatever. Yes, it's
Yeah,
bullshit.
trust me.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
worked at grocery stores. It's the most accurate thing in history.
I wanted her to die so bad. I hated her so
Darren
much.
Aronofsky, he went in. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna research this. He went in, probably went to a grocery store.
Like that was the most like tough to watch scene in the movies. That bitch like, oh, give me more, no less, give me more. It went for so long. It's like, I hate
Love how-
Also,
God
the
damn.
fact that when it finally happens, she goes, finally.
I know. It's like,
He's like,
God.
yeah, finally, here's your potato salad, you fucking bitch.
yeah,
Also, he takes a bit of it, has a bit of a snack, just to...
Yeah, he eats it. Why not?
Yes.
it's
yeah.
like, I'm still here.
But
But,
he goes to get more hours now that he can't wrestle anymore, and this is where he finds
yeah, that's
the
way
wrestler,
leads into
the manager watching porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Todd Barry. He's like a comedian. He was in Fly Like Concord for like the first season as well. I actually remember that song, the Arf Arf song, and the Donkey Bounce song.
The doggy dance, yes, bongo guy.
yes. Yeah, that's it. That's his boss. That's great. Donkey Bounce. Yeah.
This is what
He's-
he was doing before he met up with Jermaine and Brett.
Yes, look up with Mickey Rourke's boss. He went to be a musician, take over the Fly Like Concord.
He's also really mean to Randy just because Randy's a wrestler, and he throws out like homophobic shade to him just because he's a wrestler. He's like, "What? You're not sitting on other dudes' faces on the weekend anymore?" I was like, "All right, there's your average wrestling hater."
That's blazing.
Yeah,
When have I ever said anything like that? at all.
You've shit on me and Kudabe several times for being wrestling fans.
I don't you misinterpret everything I say, because Jesus Christ. I don't shit on y'all. I give y'all shit, but I don't shit on y'all for being wrestling fans. Obviously, think y'all are quite passionate about it. I'm not gonna bring that down for y'all. Like, how could I? Well, how could anyone bring that passion down for y'all?
Okay,
Pretty
moving
easily,
on.
apparently.
Well, y'all shouldn't let that get people take your
Do-
passion.
do-
Why
do
am
you
I
think-
explaining this? Why are you
Wait.
explain this to y'all?
Do you think us being wrestling fans, do you think for as long as we are, you think that let people let us get us down? Absolutely not.
That's what no. That's what trust. No, it does not get y'all down. It's the thing, y'all. Simon, how long have you been a wrestling fan in your life overall?
Probably about 15 years.
It seems like it, because like you're so like into the topic, like you're so like educated on the topic. I guess it's probably gonna be our longest episode yet, because he has all this information
This
stored into your
episode
brain
is
like a
proof
vault.
of that.
Well, it also
Yeah,
helps that
truly.
wrestling, like outside of wrestling is fucking hilarious.
And when you told me to watch this Chris Benoit episode, I was like, I took it, because like I briefly looked up who he was, because I was questioning it. Once I saw like the main thing of like how the murder, I was like, okay, I need to know more about this before I'm gonna watch this whole episode. And I did. I didn't regret it, because I thought like I was only gonna watch this movie, but like watching those episodes before this movie, I'm not gonna lie, it really made me look forward to this movie even more. Is just how effective it was.
I like to believe that you went to the town where it happened, and like you're going through the police files and the photos. You're like, oh, this is disgusting. I need to know more.
No, this isn't.
Yeah,
The way you
well, like-
describe that, this isn't LA Noir. I'm just gonna investigate everything like LA Noir. This is like
No, I
LA
was
Noir.
thinking more Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler.
Oh.
You didn't enter the house, did you? You didn't enter the house.
Well, my other question was, besides how long you've been watching it, have you ever been to like any wrestling event? Doesn't matter WWE, whatever, amateur is any wrestling
I've
event.
only been to 2 live events. One when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
The main event was, I believe, Cena versus Big Show in a steel cage.
Yeah, I think.
But the
as far
problem
as
was, they never returned to my hometown because a bunch of drunk assholes after the show climbed the cage.
oh,
Please don't climb the cage. Fuck you.
yeah. Wait, is it Australia now? Is it Sod that
Oh
he's
my-
like?
Sod was with
Yeah,
you that
I was
day.
the one
He,
climbing up
he
that
got drunk
cage.
and climbed the cage, yeah. Well, it's probably Sod's dad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm in Canada, mate. Might as well climb the fucking cage.
No idea what I was doing in Canada, but whatever.
Well, you weren't there. It was your dad. You weren't born yet, probably. You were probably conceived that night. So you might be Canadian, mate.
The horrifying truth comes out.
The other one I saw was a live show before WrestleMania 33 in Edmonton. I got to see one of my favorites, Natalia, live. I got to see a triple threat between Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and The Miz for the Intercontinental title.
Nice.
That was fucking sick. They tore it up.
Very cool.
Yeah. They advertised the Bray Wyatt, but he wasn't fucking there. Pissed me off.
That sucks.
Fucking fat bastard. Happy he doesn't have a job anymore.
I think he's looking for work.
Oh yeah, he is unemployed. His brother also unemployed.
I think he's booked at a wrestling show right now.
Eh.
It's like some indie show. I don't know which one though.
CC Dub.
Could be.
Also, as of recording, Ring of Honor is now owned by AEW.
Yes.
Just a little
Thank
tidbit,
Hallelujah.
because that will come up later. All right, back to the movie.
Thank God.
Well,
Yeah, he's
Kudabe, you've been to a wrestling show, haven't you?
Never. You think
Really?
we have wrestling here?
Well, if
Who
they
do
go
you
to
think
Saudi
I am?
Arabia, why the fuck can't they come to where you are?
We are not that extremist. Maybe that's why.
You didn't give them enough blood money, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your country should kill more politicians, then maybe you'll have a chance of getting a WWE show.
Kill more women too while they at it. Stone more women. Stone more women.
Women's. Yeah, fuck Saudi Arabia. cunts. That's right. I'm taking on Brazil and the Saudis.
Oh, new saga's about to start right here, right now.
I might as well just say, since we're on about the topic, but the best wrestling event, like objectively, is the Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler fight.
Yay.
Funniest thing, which my mom was actually at that event, which was like 4 years old
Your
in Memphis,
mom?
Tennessee. Yeah, she was at that event.
Damn.
Yeah, her dad.
Your mom's fucking old.
Yeah, it was like she was like 4 years old when that event happened in Memphis,
that's
Tennessee,
crazy.
where she was growing up. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, if you watch footage of that, I just couldn't think like my mom was somewhere like on there.
It's a good thing your grandparents kept her away from Jerry. Allegedly.
Because allegedly. Yes, please. Allegedly.
Allegedly. The second I said that, Kudabe like stopped for a second. He's like, "Oh fuck."
When it comes to you want to wrestle me from Memphis, Tennessee, you want to wrestle me? That's the funniest
Pile
shit.
driver.
It'll never not be funny to me, that whole Andy Kaufman Jerry Lawler fight. But yeah, somewhere my mom was at that event. Like, she was like 4 years old. Her dad took her to see that. It's pretty
awesome.
crazy. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Just a man on the moon.
Oh, that song would make me cry.
That song slaps. That's a good fucking song.
It's a fantastic. What REM is like a solid band, but like that song in particular is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So
what's going on with Randy? He's getting some more work.
He's getting more work at the
joys
deli
of working
counter.
at there's this awesome scene where he's walking from the manager's office down to the deli, and it mimics when he's going to do his wrestling entrance. Oh, it's so fucking cool.
It's great.
Randy,
it's really great.
Randy, order 15.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's fucking depressing.
That's where he's at.
That's me trying to help. That's me trying to hype myself up for my job.
I'm saying it's like
Simon.
It's like the escape from reality, but like open the curtains. It's this the depressing reality of his life.
The thing is, he like, he goes on that somewhat of a date with Melissa Tomei first, and they get something for his daughter.
Yeah, it's just because.
Yeah,
and that's all like shows just how much he doesn't really know his daughter.
Oh, why would he? He was on the road, brother.
Yeah, I know, but he's also
you would
going,
also like. It's not really mentioned, but I would assume because him always be on the road, I would assume most of the money would have went to his wife or girlfriend at the time, and to his daughter. That's why he has no fucking money now.
Yeah,
but also the drugs and stuff.
It's never really established.
It's not particularly, but like she blames him for everything. When he's like, "Yeah, but I was also trying to make money so you could, live."
But yeah, but this scene sort of like shows he doesn't know anything about his daughter really, and he's just like, "Oh, we can go to this thing here. See, S for Sophie."
I like that jacket. S for Simon.
Yeah, then they
in Celtics colors.
Yeah, and then they go to have one drink, and it just sort of shows how like their relationship and they're having a good time. And this is where we get the line about how the 90s sucked.
Only 90 kids would remember how much the 90s suck.
Yeah, but it just
remember Space Jam? Oh, fuck Space Jam.
Wait, Kudabe can remember all of this.
I actually like Space Jam.
Ugh, this guy.
Oh, no.
Can you name a movie that you don't like right here for all of us?
Yes, please. Besides Matrix, the new Matrix, please, is named something.
Don't like Salo that much, to be honest. I mean,
I haven't seen it, so I've no say in it. But I do want to see it. I want to get the criteria of that.
Sod, put the poster for Solo up on the screen now.
Any safe for work poster. Yeah, any safe.
What if I can find a safe for work still from the actual movie? That would be a real challenge.
No, poster, and then just put like MF Doom on both the nipples. Yeah.
You have a baller profile picture, by the way, Kudabe. I love that picture of MF Doom. It's like one of my favorite pictures of him. If I put that up on the screen too sad, it's the most editing I've ever had.
Here it is.
I'd like it more if he wasn't wearing a Vancouver Canucks hat.
Oh, whatever. He can do anything he wants to. That man was something else.
Is that an actual screenshot from Solo?
Yep.
Was he making her eat dog shit?
Yep, shit. Feces, yeah. Feces, yeah. Wait, it's like
they're foreign. It's pronounced fisses. It's a delicacy.
Yeah. It's fascist eating shit, so it's okay.
It's chicken and broccoli. The same thing Scott Steiner eats. to get his
She-
gains.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scroll up so I don't have to look
This
at
is how
that.
Scott Steiner probably treats women, to be honest.
What, he
Basically,
makes them reenact Solo.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. He's like bench pressing them, and when he's bringing them down, they're giving him a blowjob.
Damn.
That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah,
So,
but
can you animate that?
oh my god. I've never animated anything in my life.
I really want an animator to do like an animator fan of our show to animate these episodes for us. Like when we're all on a table, it's like talking as the animated shit, the stories we tell. I daydream about that like the other day. That'd be so awesome.
Okay, I'll find someone. I know a guy who knows a guy.
It will
someone
me.
I don't.
Okay, our boy Dominic. You're an animation kid, so like please go to some like animation classes.
Liking
like,
animation and knowing how to do animation, two different things.
Well, like, get at it,
No,
learn at it, get in that passion. Go do some animation for us, please. That'd be beautiful.
All right.
Movie.
Randy gives Melissa Tomei a Randy the Ram action figure.
Uh,
her
which-
son that
Because
we find.
yeah, she establishes that she has a son, basically a whole life outside of her job, which is something Randy doesn't have. So it's always, she's sort of like in the same situation, but she also at least has something to work for and has basically another life outside of being a stripper. Well,
Basically,
Randy doesn't have that.
The antithesis of Randy, actually, you could say.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for summing up what I was trying to say better and more professionally.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking replace you.
Okay.
You can
Another-
still edit, but you're not going to be on the show.
yeah. Another question I have is, I mean, it could go for all of y'all, but more specifically Simon, because he's the one that collects figures. Would you get the Ram figure if it exists out there?
As long as it was reasonably priced.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought
what, like if it wasn't like a shit like back in the day, just big rubber piece of shit. Like if it actually had articulation and detail, definitely.
yeah, but I say, if this movie was made 2019, it'd be like the Ram Funko Pop.
Funko
Kids would
Pop.
get. The
I'm
Ram
surprised
Funko
there
Pop
isn't
kids would get.
the wrestler Funko Pop. Somebody should tweet Funko
I would
about
just
that.
love a scene of Mickey Rourke giving her a Funko Pop of himself saying,
It's kind of a 1 hour photo. Instead of like a legit action figure, Robert Williams will sign the photo guy and give the kid a Neon Genesis Evangelion as Funko Pop.
It'd been
Oh
funny
my
if he gave him a toy of like the genie from Disney.
Oh, that would yeah, from Aladdin. That would
But
be
Robin Williams hates like toy placement with him, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
yes. So Randy's working at the deli is super fucking depressing. He's trying to have fun with it, but
well,
8
yeah,
hours.
it does still have fun, like throwing the
You can only
Trying
do
to
that
interact
for
with-
so long.
yeah, but you at least see he's trying.
He's trying because this is his new reality. He can't wrestle anymore. I don't know why he didn't like think about like trying to get into like booking or becoming a manager or something like that. I'm sure
He
like,
wanted to wrestle, I think.
yeah, but he still could have been involved with the wrestling business. I understand wanting to actually wrestle. I get that, but he could have. There would have been ulterior things he could have did to stay in the wrestling business.
I mean, that
I
would
think it
just,
could be the roar of the crowd could be a thing. You know, the crowd
Yeah.
gets the people going.
I mean, like fuck, Jake the Snake Roberts still gets a pop, and he's what 80.
That's true.
And again, he did have the DDP yoga, so
That's the thing that Randy misses.
like, Sting is 65 and he's still wrestling.
Dude, Sting came down to like 3 tables, I think, for Revolution. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that was awesome.
Stink is wrong, as AJ would
So,
say. So what?
back to the
What do you want?
movie.
Yeah,
Back to the movie. We,
yeah. Talk about the
well,
movie then. Yeah, go
yeah,
for
let's
it.
talk
Go
about the movie.
You
Let's
you
talk about
carry the show.
movie.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go.
okay. All right. Where are we up to again?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You want to talk about the movie?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so
funny.
up to
Very
Jake
passive
now,
aggressive.
Ethan's
funny.
loving this. He's like, finally, Simon's fucking attacking Sod, not me.
Honestly, this is so he's being passive aggressive to everybody on the show.
I'm challenging
Poor
Robin
man.
Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm just gonna be passive aggressive to
That's
everybody.
what I'm saying. So, what are you? We have hashtag quote unquote friends and podcast
But you were saying
co-hosts.
like before, like how like he could have like taken another position in wrestling, like
Yeah.
manager or whatever.
There's a lot of
But
other stuff
well,
besides being an actual wrestler in the wrestling business.
Do you think it's more like for him? It's more like just the attention and like crowd cheering and all that.
It
that's
is,
what-
but like
that's the part of wrestling that keeps him going specifically. So
Yes.
I don't really. Do you think just getting a manager position like would be sort of?
if he was managing the right person, definitely. Also depends what company he'd be able to do it for.
ROH most likely. I think that was his last show, but we'll get
Yeah.
to that.
So yeah, he's still working at the deli. I think that he. Well, we forgot. We're still like skipping over the daughter
Oh,
stuff. Like,
there it
we
is.
Sort of find.
Famous Sod line.
Okay, right.
My name is Sod, and we forgot to mention.
We did forget to mention. What else? Okay.
I want a
How- how's
T-shirt
first
with
date?
just we forgot to mention, and then on the back what we
Okay.
forgot to mention.
How about we skimmed over?
All right,
Or we missed this bit.
you're not gonna remember
It's
that.
It's
I
a
wanna-
good bit too.
We missed the bit about the daughter. How about that?
Yes.
Okay,
I
what's
just
the
wrote
excellent
Randy
thought?
daughter stuff.
Ready? Well, it's still like a good scene because like they're actually bonding,
was.
and he's like,
It was
he's
a
Yeah, that's
good
what you-
trying
yeah.
to make it up to her.
I did
All
really
right,
like
I'll
this.
give you
I
this
just
one.
Oh, what? Sorry, was that?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought that Ethan was going to say
Ethan,
something,
go.
but
no, I did. I said I really liked this whole bit of him rebonding with his daughter. I really liked this a lot.
yeah, it's well shot, and the way like out on the pier, it looks nice, and they go to this one location that they like when he took her to like as a child, and it's like, oh, remember this, and yeah.
So
it's
clearly
really
he was
nice.
there for that. I don't know what she's talking about. Never there.
That-
He was clearly
that was
there to
back
take her to
when-
the beach.
That was back when she was a baby.
Of course, she was
Yeah.
too young to remember that, but that's
Yeah, she even says that she doesn't remember it.
That's her
Yeah.
fault.
It's not her fault. She was like a child. She doesn't remember that specific memory. Something was special for her dad, seeing that through her daughter's eyes.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
a really good.
She got
bonding
Alzheimer's at a
scene.
very young age. So
What? Let's move on. Can we please
I just
move
don't
on
like
with
his
this movie?
daughter. I think she's a bitch.
Oh,
Okay.
I like
is this,
the
is
daughter.
this going in the? The daughter is just like it's a
She's
sort
a
of
plot
show.
device, not a person.
Like she is a person though. Like she is for the plot. Like just this, well later on when he again loses everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that is his fault, but
Yeah, exactly.
also Melissa Tomei's fault because she was being a bitch.
Well, it's not really her being a bitch. It's just her trying to keep like. Well, she's just trying to keep like her work life and her personal life separate, which is understandable.
Yeah, but
considering
he
her
was
job.
also willing to not come to the strip club ever again because he wanted to be like he wanted to start his new life.
When a
Yeah,
man
I
has
know.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
When a man has to sacrifice the strip club, everything goes awry.
Yeah, and we know he liked the stripper club.
So
So they go to the pier. They do a little dance in this. Like, is there just like Ethan? What's wrong with American infrastructure where just everything is abandoned in movies?
I can't tell you.
So you're telling me if you look out the window right now, there's just not like a string of abandoned buildings you can walk
It's
into
not
and
a
start
band-
filming?
No,
you can't film your own movie there.
no. I live in Nebraska. Like, no,
I live in
that's
Nebraska,
not
but
often.
Detroit. Fuck.
Yes, exactly right.
What, if you think
Exactly
everywhere
right.
in America is just Detroit?
I feel like
Exactly.
there's a
Yeah.
part, like every city or town, there's always that one abandoned building. But you wouldn't want to go in there because it's probably evil homeless people.
Not really Nebraska. Not Nebraska. No, it's very just particular and proper, but at the same time, just so like dull. I don't know.
Oh,
It's weird.
Nebraska proper.
Nebraska is just weird in general. I don't know. The people are weird. Just.
Also,
But in the reconnecting with his daughter, he like says, "Oh, we should go have dinner or something just to further bond." And she's like, "Yeah, I would like that." So yeah, like, oh, he's finally getting it all together. It's all gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And then it all
Psych.
falls apart. That's Darren Aronofsky.
Darren
You can never
Aronofsky's
have
like
a- you can-
he the premiere of the film. He reaches over to like some random person. It's like, hey, psych.
Yeah, he's like, you thought this was gonna be happy.
It's like you thought he was gonna have a happy life. Go fuck yourself.
Went on a coke binge of all things.
Well, what happens is he goes and talks to Tomei. She kind of rejects him, and he gets really pissed. He gets
Yeah.
really mean to her.
Yeah,
He-
they sort of
he
go at
becomes-
each other.
He becomes Ewan McGregor at the end of Moulin Rouge,
Oh,
where he's like, "I've paid my whore."
yeah, basically.
He
he's just
does
"Get
that."
The fuck out.
Yeah, so he leaves. He just goes to he goes
It
home
is sort of
first,
like-
and then he's like, you know what, fuck this, and he goes to a random indie wrestling event because he misses it.
And then he hooks up. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna have like an after party or something."
Well, he's talking
it's
to
not actually random because the match was planned before and he quit. It was like a
No, I'm not
reenactment.
talking about the 20-year anniversary match. I'm talking because
Oh,
I'm talking about he goes to like the indie show and he's watching R-Truth versus Austin Aries in the ring.
oh yeah.
And then when he goes
I-
backstage, he's talking to R-Truth. He's like, "Yo, Ron, Killings, can you buy me a drink, please?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then they go to a bar, and that's where he meets that weird chick who likes firefighters.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Firefighter
I
cake
remember.
girl, yeah.
Yes.
She references something really weird. She says that her younger brother, had a poster of Randy when they were kids, and she would potentially flick the bean to it.
Yeah, it's a red flag. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, red flag, yeah.
He's like, "Oh, okay. Your brother
I
has
think we
good." And then Ethan, do you know what Randy says here?
I forget what it is he specifically
He looks her
said.
dead in the eye, takes a shot, and says, "Well, your brother has good taste."
And
Yeah,
fantastic writing right there.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, so he goes
So-
on a bit of a binge.
Well, Sod, he goes into the bar's bathroom and he fucks her
Yes.
with her
About-
titty out.
Yeah, not as aggressive as I thought he would, but still, it's like a good.
He's an older
thing.
man. What do you,
Yeah, he doesn't have it. That's a
Like-
fair point. Yeah, so true. He does what he can.
he started thrusting before the coke kicked in, so
Yeah, that's true. Like, if with the coke, yeah, it must have done some damage. Yeah, it's gonna look like with that wrestler, this body of the anus body, it's
Yeah.
gonna look like that. No.
he goes full Hulk Hogan here with like the coke.
That's his
Yeah.
version
Yeah.
of the camel clutch.
Yeah. Notoriously, Hulk Hogan would do coke before promos.
Mm.
To
He has
be-
to- He has to feed those 24-inch pythons somehow.
Let me tell you something, dude.
So yeah, after this little misadventure, Randy wakes up at a house in a like tiny bed.
Yeah, like
With
a single.
firefighter posters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Oh, well, I better get going back to my trailer."
You think the thing is, she's a pervert because she owns a ferret.
Oh Jesus,
Aw.
I forgot about
Only
that.
perverts own ferrets. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Slavers somewhere.
And nihilists.
Oh, that's nihilist. Yeah.
Every time I see like a ferret at a pet store, I was like, I hope nobody buys you because then they're probably
Yeah, you're in
sex
trouble.
offender. Yeah.
Poor
Like they
ferret.
should like anybody like pet stores should have a list of people who bought the ferrets so they tell the police keep an eye on them. Like this
What,
person
so
bought a
the police come by and just say, is that ferret still around?"
Yeah, you still got that ferret, you
Is-
fucking pervert? What kind of pervert
Oh,
owns a ferret?
yeah, it's in the cage here, but he doesn't like the
Kudabe.
sunlight. That's why I keep this blanket on it.
The 2.0 show up and start cutting promos.
You want a taste?
You got a fucking ferret, do ya? Fucking ferret? Fucking pervert. So yeah,
Yeah, but-
he
I love them.
yeah, they're great. They go. Randy goes back and he's gonna try and sleep his hangover off,
Yeah.
but he sleeps
But then,
through the dinner.
He missed the dinner. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the
no.
Curb Your Enthusiasm theme played.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, end of movie. Directed
But yeah,
by
he
Darren
Yes,
Aronofsky.
it was directed by some Jew. Then that's the movie. Yes.
Some Hasidic Jew.
Yes.
That was a
he
pretty sad scene,
basically
actually.
immediately goes over to like I don't know, I guess her flat or house and
Couldn't he have just lied to her and said I had a problem with my heart?
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's honest. That's the thing about him. He's like,
Yeah, look where that got him.
He's trying to be a better person. He's trying to redemption.
yeah, he's trying to be upfront, but it doesn't
He's
work.
like a reverse. He's
Yeah.
like a reverse Hulk Hogan, Simon. He doesn't
Yeah,
say
I
he
guess.
wants to be the guitarist
Alright.
for Guns N' Roses.
Fair enough.
Why do you think if Randy didn't, at the end, he would basically become Hulk Hogan and say a bunch of lies anyway?
No, because nobody can be as bad as Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan was pretty shit.
Yep.
So
Unless
he goes
you're
over-
Brutus the Barber Beefcake, then yeah.
Yeah, so he goes over and it's just sort of a case of like, oh, the friend or like
Potential lover. We don't know. It's never
We
explained.
don't. Yeah, it's
Probably
just
lover.
flatmate, I guess.
Let's go with lover.
Okay, sure. Got to fit in lesbians somehow,
It's
I
not
guess.
house. No, it's called roommate. He's in America, idiot.
Oh, okay, sorry. But yeah, so
Speak
Flatmate.
American.
yeah, it's sort of like a case of like, oh, I want to basically. The daughter just like breaks it up completely. It's just like, I cannot be mad at you anymore. I just don't care. You're a fuck
I don't
up.
love you. I don't like
That's
you. Don't want to
great
be around
performance.
you.
Yeah, it's
That's
a great.
performance.
It's extremely well acted.
She becomes a teenager
both.
again in this scene.
I mean, that's like bringing up old emotions right there. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why.
she's clearly past baggage is there, and it's just like, at this point, I don't care. You're a fuck up, and I want nothing to do
Her
with
father
you.
wasn't there for her. Yeah.
Well, she should be
So
more
much
like her
of her life.
dad and lose her baggage at the airport, like most wrestlers do.
What? I'm just going.
Yeah, keep going. I'll keep talking shit. You keep going.
You keep on talking wrestling, I'll keep on talking about the movie, and
Yeah, sure.
so
Well, it's
this
a
is
wrestling movie,
basically
so whatever I say correlates to it. So yeah, sure.
And Blazing's there, like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, just
Like,
ignore it. Unless I specifically say one of your names, keep going.
keep going. Say that.
Yeah,
Get the
what
really
happens
well
next?
acted scene.
Yeah.
Wasn't like he's just like sort of like at this point he realizes that he really has nothing else left. Well, no, it leads into the deli scene that Ethan wrote
Yeah, he
down.
goes back to the
Yeah,
deli and
God.
yeah.
Oh,
scene-
yeah.
This one scene is more stressful than the entirety of Uncut Gems. It's so
It's the most
motivating.
stressful scene in
Yeah.
any Darren Aronofsky movie, to be honest.
It's so anxiety filled. Like it's nothing
Now
like
you
for a
know
dream.
how I feel at work.
Well, this scene, it's like more. No, give me less. More. It's like you just die. If you need to go to hell, this old man just
Go to
coming
hell.
back again. Yes.
But no, there's also the bit where like he's recognized by a customer. He's like, "Oh,
That
I know
put-
who you are."
That's what puts him over the edge because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
can't wrestle anymore. Like if he was probably still wrestling, he'd be like, "Yeah, I do that part time here and there." But because he can't do it anymore, like he just acknowledges that he's nothing now. He looks at the meat slicer and he jams his thumb into it.
Yeah.
Which is like what
And-
did I meant you for pencil, but
You know what
not
what the
perfect.
manager says to him? The customers, Randy. The customers. I was like, he's fucking pissing blood. What do you mean? Who gives a fuck about the customers?
Mm.
Like, and
This-
here's the thing. That's something that would probably happen in an actual grocery store. Wouldn't give a fuck about the person who just sliced themselves.
Yeah.
The
Customer
manager
always
is
right.
just the manager is just trying to keep kayfabe alive.
Yeah, I wish Randy would have beat the shit out of the manager as he was leaving.
Well, no, it's still a great like walkout scene where he's just like,
I know, but imagine instead of the cereal boxes, it was the manager.
"It's the manager."
But
Yeah,
that
like-
would be that wouldn't work by this point because he's not,
Randy's
about
thumb.
that.
We could have recreated the grocery store scene where Austin beat the shit out of Booker T in a grocery store.
Oh, that was a great match.
Yeah.
That was a very fun
Imagine
match.
Randy, his thumb's pissing blood, and he delivers a pile driver to the store manager. Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Darren, missed opportunity again. But
Yeah,
you
but
do
gotta
you, man.
tell Darren Aronofsky how to make his movies.
Yeah,
It was-
well,
Even
when you make a
because-
movie about something I love, you're going to get criticized about it. Like
They should have had you on
Rick-
set as a consultant.
I'm
I'm
glad
sure.
I'm glad he took the approach he did for this because, like, even if you're not a wrestling person, it's just a great a character study on its own of this person. It's a really effective one at that. gives you a glimpse of like the wrestling scene, the behind the scenes of a wrestler. That's most real.
Made up wrestler.
Well,
But the thing
yeah,
about this movie,
but
like, I want to just quickly say how this is probably like Darren Aronofsky's most unique film, because like he's sort of like known for going way over the top, like
yeah, it was anxiety filled. Yeah,
as possible.
yeah, I first wanted first sequence is madness and Requiem for a Dream. Same thing, just like just madness at the end. Just very bleak, and then but this it's just more.
Or that
this
time
is
he made the film Noah,
Yeah, that was his
we-
weakest
oh.
moment.
his bleakest film.
We don't
Yeah, but
speak
this
of
is
that.
like what's
I
like
like that
some of the
movie.
memes.
Shut up.
I'm not even Jewish. And I still like that film. I
Confirmed.
mean,
Kudabe confirms on the show, not circumcised.
no, Darren Aronofsky clearly goes for movies that he has clear personal perspectives on, and the wrestler also being one of those. This being one of his more unique takes than
He
the
was
rest.
there during the Great Flood. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said that in interviews.
He
Yeah,
said a more yeah. He's just like I went and saw the Great Flood. So what?
yeah. I was there
made a
when Noah
movie."
got all those animals. It didn't make any sense, but I went along with it. I
Yeah.
drowned, but I came back.
So yeah, but this
Oh,
is,
but
like,
seriously, Darren Aronofsky is the second coming of Christ filmmaker we're seeing here.
But
he would
doesn't
probably
look
be
good.
very happy to hear that.
I love in the film Noah where they cast Russell Crowe as his own dad.
What?
Yeah,
But
at
yeah,
the beginning
like,
of the film,
wrestler-
Russell Crowe plays his own dad.
like compared to like all
You
these
mean
other
God?
films, the rest.
No, Russell
Oh,
Crowe plays his own dad. He plays Noah. He plays Noah's dad.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't.
Fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
Oh,
That just sounds horrible.
Funniest shit I ever saw.
I don't know.
Anyways,
what the fuck
I
was
laughed.
up
10
with
out of
that
10.
one.
Yeah.
It's now
Anyways,
Simon's favorite movie.
Randy, he goes to one of his many payphone locations.
Yeah, that's a thing throughout this movie.
I'm back, brother.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna do
accepts
the show, brother.
challenge from earlier, like the 20th
So
anniversary
he's gonna be
show.
he's gonna be doing the big fan fest. The big rematch is on, brother. So our final is set at ROH, which is a real wrestling promotion, much like CCW. Was ICW mentioned in this? I feel like it was. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Wasn't that the first promotion he was working for?
Was that
In the gym?
ICW?
I feel like it was. Or
Was there a banner
or
or
is
something? I
ICW
didn't-
British?
ICW. I
Can't remember.
It is from Scotland.
All right, never mind.
Based
Then he
in
wasn't working for ICW.
Yeah.
And
But
I
yeah,
don't think
we also
GCW
get
is a
it.
thing yet.
Shot
Oh,
back to like the
AWG or something.
Oh, Wrestling Gorilla.
Yeah.
Sod, shut up. I'm talking.
okay.
I'm kidding, Sod. You're good.
Okay.
This is where so ROH, like we said, is now owned by AEW. Tony Khan. This is where we get the scene of him.
What, packing and
Talking-
preparing?
Yeah,
or
he's getting ready. Yeah.
yeah.
Because Miss Tomei, I lost my notes.
That's staying in.
God damn it. So
It says stay before stopping recording, or otherwise recording will be deleted forever. Did that say before?
Yeah, we got it. It's fine.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. I'm scared. I'm paranoid after that watch on 2025.
see, this is why you're not in charge of these things.
What? No, I'm making sure. I'm very specific like that.
Do you want to edit the show?
No, you don't. You
Okay,
don't.
shut the
Stop
fuck
as the
up.
editing.
All right.
What? No, I want to make sure that the recording's going fine because we're all part of this.
Yeah, it's going great. We're doing good.
I
It's
hope
fine.
so. Yeah.
Just for context, we just realized that our new recording bot only can do a certain amount of like recording time, so we had a bit of a panic and had to save what we had. And
We probably could
No,
have made
this
it
is-
to
still, we just want to be safe. We don't want anything to go wrong here.
just cut all this. So
No, this is staying and this is gold.
I'll fly to fucking Brisbane, mate.
I don't live in Brisbane.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say before he cut me off, then I'd be fucking lost because you don't live in Brisbane. I'd have a nice holiday though.
Well, not at the moment. It's
Oh.
brown over there.
All right, I'll go to Sydney then. It's probably a connection flight.
Sure. Anyway, so
Randy, he's getting ready. He's packing all this shit, but then we get Tomei. She's doing her sexy dance.
Mm-hmm.
This is after she comes to him and asks why he's doing what he's doing. It's like,
Why is he-
Randy, your heart can't take it. Don't do this. And he's like, all right, whatever. He's like,
That
all
was
right,
great.
whatever.
I love doing this. I don't care. Bye.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you. He told me to fuck off. Whatever. Have a nice life, bitch.
Well, he's still humble about it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I'm
he was.
just.
He said, do you hear that? I think that's what he said when the roar of the crowd comes in.
We're not there
Oh
yet.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's a-
right, sorry.
Just the way it
Because-
builds this ending, which is simply incredible.
We get Randy. He's talking to the Iron Sheik ripoff, and he wants to go over spots with him. He's like, "How about this? I'm the heel. You're the face. That's the match."
Oh, classic.
What a worker. But yeah, I
Didn't
love
he,
how
didn't he,
it's just
didn't he used to be a car salesman?
probably. I think so.
I think that was mentioned in the movie that he used to sell cars.
I just love the idea of this guy named Bob is playing a Iron Sheik ripoff because wrestling is. It reminds me of that Futurama
Muhammad
bit,
Hussain.
like the wrestling
Oh.
episode Futurama.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like the foreigner, and he's like, I'm not from here. Boo! Like because American wrestling fans is like, oh, you're not American. It's like boo! Like back in the day, like, it's hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
excellent episode of Futurama right there.
Amazing episode, especially just that bit. I'm not from here. Boo. So yeah, he starts getting ready. He's
Speaking of which, Chris Benoit also got booed because he's from Canada.
yeah, he used to be like Wild Pegasus and stuff. Yeah,
People thought
Ameri-
Canada was this faraway place.
yeah,
It's a
across
magical fantasy
across
land.
the seven seas
Across the
apparently.
border, to the north. You'll find
Canada-
a place called Canada.
Canada is across the seven seas from America, but going in a circle, it's right fucking above you.
Canada sounds Middle Eastern.
Yeah, Canada.
Ugh,
I am from
gosh.
Canada.
Foreigners.
Okay.
So
To Ethan, we're all foreigners though.
Oh, and no, not at all. Y'all just not people like anybody else.
that's all a bit of America in you, with you.
Ethan's fucking publishers right beside him telling him what to say. You're all people to me.
My publisher isn't Kirk Cameron. I don't have anybody besides me. Kirk Cameron.
Oh,
I
Kirk's
too
with
have
you
a
right
pub-
now. He stayed.
I-
Dude.
No, well,
I
he's just
do
a
have a
god.
Dutch
That's
friend.
a whole different thing. The whole gun situation is a whole different fiasco.
I thought he.
that we don't
I
put-
thought he tried to kill you after you couldn't get Saving Christmas to win.
Well, it's very. A lot happened since then. It's a lot to take in.
You made
Yeah.
up, did you?
But, yeah,
sleeping in your brother's
I
room.
think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think he's living with my brother right now. They probably have a thing going on. Kirk has like a Grimly thing going on, most likely, because that's what he does.
Just be
like,
careful. He's a Christian, so
allegedly.
just
It's like,
tell your brother to
yeah,
be careful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, two things.
Making
Watch
a
out,
wonderful
please.
audacity every day.
Mm, no.
So,
Can you hear the rumble? It's calling.
well, that's
So-
fitting considering the ending of this movie.
Yeah. Randy, he's hype. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm back. I'm back, baby.
He's back doing the thing he loves.
Yeah. She's
Mhm.
getting ready to enter, but Melissa Tomei, she put her tits back in her shirt. She left. She left the strip club. She should have left with her tits out. I think. That's just me.
Jesus
but-
But I
Christ.
think it would have saved him. He would have gone, yeah, you know what?
He
I
would have
don't
got
know."
backstage faster. Tell you that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this is a
Yeah, she
great
tries.
scene.
She tries to tell
Trying
Randy
to
that,
talk
like,
him out of it.
she says like he's like nobody. I have nobody, and she's like, but I'm here. I'm here. But he tells her this is where he belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he has to do this. This is him. This is all he's ever been.
That's like the
is-
mindset of most wrestlers, really,
Mhm.
especially back in the day.
Well, you look at guys like Bryan and like Edge, both massive neck injuries. They had to come back. They did everything they could to come back. All
Yeah.
these surgeries and modern medicine, everything, so they could return to wrestling.
Yeah.
Like it took Edge 10 years to return to wrestling,
Yeah.
and it took Bryan
think,
about 3 years or so, 2 to
Yeah.
3 to return.
Mm.
But he was also injured quite a bit when he was active. So
And he started doing headbutts after he got back.
yeah, he's like, I
Jesus.
returned from my second ridiculous neck injury. I'm gonna start doing headbutts on top of a
Oh.
ladder.
Jesus fucking Christ, they're fucking
That's a
mad,
wrestler.
man.
Anything for the pop. Anything for the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
And speaking of roar of the crowd, when Randy enters, biggest pop of the film, main event of ROH. Looking like
Main event
the
of the movie too.
looks like the main event of a modern WWE show.
And my God, that promo was world class.
Oh yeah, Randy. He cuts a very like heartfelt but also telling promo about his career.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The only person who's going to say when he's done is the crowd. And before, like he says, basically sums up the whole movie in one promo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sums up his his day of slice of life experience that we've seen throughout the movie.
He gives the synopsis of the film, and then the Iron Sheik ripoff Pearl Harbors him. You guys don't like that wrestling term?
I don't get it.
He sneak attacks him. He attacks him from behind.
Oh, wait,
He
is this actual
Pearl
wrestling
Harbors
term?
him?
Is this? Oh, I see. What you
Oh.
did. I thought it was like actual wrestling terminology you were using there.
Well, sort of. Not a
That'd be
very
cool.
So it is or it isn't?
sort of. Not a lot of people use it because of the connotations of what happened at Pearl Harbor, but I think it's
yeah,
good.
obviously.
Yeah, but I just think it's funny. He Pearl Harbors him. He's sneaky.
Okay.
Hulk
yeah,
Hogan
throughout-
uses it.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
loves the Japanese.
Yeah, he does.
Remember, he wants the New Japan title because the WWF one is a trinket on a Christmas tree.
He says a lot of shit.
Yeah, he does say a lot of shit. Fucking racist.
Yeah. Throughout this fight scene is wrestling.
Fight
he's like,
scene.
"What-
They're having a match, dude. Have
Okay,
you learned
match."
nothing?
No, I haven't. Clearly not.
Jesus
But
Christ,
yeah.
Sod. Did you even watch the movie?
Yes, I did. I loved it. It was excellent.
Well, while they're having their match, Sod,
Match,
Melissa
okay, do you want me
Tomei.
can I retake it then? Can I just go
No.
and say, they're having
No.
their match? I said
No.
it. I can edit this. I'm the real puppet master.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Yeah, but Melissa Tomei, she walks away. She's like, he's made his decision.
Yeah.
That's it.
And,
And
he's
Randy
seized
does.
on the
Randy,
curtain.
yeah, he does
I
look
mean,
back.
we don't really know if she actually left.
Well,
She's just not
to
there.
him, like,
It'd be funny if Randy looks back and she was just trying to get a better seat.
Yeah.
Oh
that
god.
would be really dark.
Oh,
But we assume that she just leaves because
Yeah.
I don't know
Because
why
it's
she would
fine
stick
that
around. Yeah.
She can't save him.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
They start going through some 80s, 90s wrestling gimmicks. The foreigner flag. He hits him with the flag. It's great. The finisher of the evil foreigner, as he shall be known, is the camel clutch, which is the Iron Sheik's move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this match is just Iron Sheik versus Hogan. That's all it is. It's really funny. Like, it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be funny, but it
But
is.
it's not funny. To me, it isn't funny.
Well, yeah, because you're not a wrestling fan, you asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at this as a movie, and he's slowly deteriorating. Even the
I don't think you
Foreigner's
should give
just
this
like,
5 stars because you're not actually a wrestling fan. You don't understand it.
well, I was gonna give it 4.5, but anyway, even
Now we have a problem.
I also
it's
gave it a
like,
4.5 though.
yeah, but his
Wait.
heart's starting to fail him. He's starting to feel like this is it. So
Well,
even
one of the good things they do put in here is his opponent realizes that Randy is starting to have a hard time, and he calls an audible. That's a wrestling term in the middle of the match. And he just tells Randy to pin him. So he just takes a very basic bump. He just tells him to pin him, but Randy's like, nah, fuck that.
Gotta do it all
He's
big.
yeah.
Gotta
I was
please
really
the crowd.
surprised. Mickey Rourke does a Inzaguri.
Yeah, he does.
He also does a Hurricanrana, which was also
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Or I guess he does a
put in-
basic head scissors. Yeah.
He put in a lot of work for this movie. A lot of
Yeah.
work. He really put in the effort to learn the moves and the maneuvers, everything.
Just for Ethan and Sod, the head scissors was when he was on the ropes and he put his legs over the other guy and spun him.
That move, yeah. I'm familiar.
The Inzaguri is when the Dirty Foreigner was on his knees and he jumped and kicked him in the face. That's the Inzaguri. So yeah,
The more
just
you
some
know.
wrestling moves for you. He also does a clothesline, does a hip toss, does a back body drop, just very basic stuff. Then
Yeah, this is all leading up to the final shot or final.
yeah, well,
moments.
this is where he looks back. Tomei's gone, and he's like,
he has
well,
nothing. He really has nothing
that's
left
that.
now,
Mhm.
except
And he-
my fans, basically.
And he doesn't just go for the pin because he needs this more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
He needs to hit the Ram Jam.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I also wrote down earlier that he ram jammed his finger into the meat slicer, but
Mhm.
Fuck you.
Randy he gets on the top rope,
Don't cry
and
now.
this is I'm
I
trying
was
not
in-
to.
I was in tears, so it was...
This is why Ethan hasn't been talking. He's his
I'm sad.
team has handed him the
No.
box of tissues.
Yeah.
That's why he had to go to the bathroom because he knew the ending was coming up. He's like,
Yeah. Maybe,
So-
especially after it ended, it made me feel something. Yeah, I don't know what. but it made me
so
feel.
he does his top rope taunt. So he makes he looks like a ram,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he does the elbow slaps. Slaps the right arm first. Looks at the crowd. Slaps the left arm. Looks at the crowd, and then Randy jumps off the rope for one last time to the roar of the
Last
crowd,
time.
and we cut to black.
Cut credits.
Just
And,
like that. Yeah.
We don't get the credits right away. We
Oh, yeah,
get
you know what I mean.
The
Yeah,
song,
just
the song
black,
starts
just to let
playing,
it all set
which
in.
is which I love because it lets you sink in. It's like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Like the Bruce.
No,
it was the
there's-
Bruce Springsteen song, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
There's also
Yeah.
one other thing. The roar of the crowd, it sort of deafens as he goes,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
don't know if it's left ambiguous if it's whether from
Spoilers.
what
He dies.
yeah.
It pretty much.
He
Yeah,
does.
is,
It has been confirmed by Aronofsky that he does die.
Yeah.
What I love about the ending, like if it was any other director, most likely they would have shown the aftermath of him dying. It would have been all dramatic and
Which I'm
people
glad
running
they
to the
didn't.
ring,
I'm
like,
happy they
checking
didn't.
on
It
him.
works
That
much
would have
better
ruined
because
the movie for me. If
you
they
want to
did
know
that.
why they did it like this.
Why?
Because when this shit happens in wrestling in real life, you don't fucking see what happens unless you're there live.
Oh, well, that
It's-
definitely adds to
it's
it. then,
happened.
I guess.
Quite a few times.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The stuff that happens with Owen Hart, he died not during a match, before a match. He was doing his entrance and his cable snapped and he fell headfirst onto the wrestling rope and he like bounced into the ring and he just died. He was dead.
I know about that because like when I saw the last podcast of Left Alive in Omaha when they came here, one of the co-hosts there, Ben Kissel, he's like big into wrestling. Like he'll bring up wrestling when he has a chance, and like that was one of the stories he was telling about Owen Hart. So I heard him like go over that. It's messed up. Yeah.
Well, Ethan, if you have any interest in that, the Owen Hart tragedy is one of the episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. So if you
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm watching that for sure. I'm watching that for sure. Yeah.
There's actually a lot of tragedies in
that
there.
was
Yeah, it's like 3
also
seasons worth of it, isn't it? It's 3
the
seasons.
Von
that show.
Erich
Yeah, it
family.
is.
There's only
Oh,
2
that was-
living members of the Von Erich family left, and there was like 6 of them to start.
It's a pretty heartbreaking episode, yeah.
And one of them is a woman, and she didn't come into the wrestling business until like years after all the other ones were dead.
Yeah.
So from the original 5, there's only one still living, which is really sad. The Texas is it Texas Tornado? No, he died.
A lot of
I'm
dead
trying to keep
wrestlers.
my Von Erichs because so many of them died within a short period of time. It's rough. My
Yeah.
final note here was much like a lot of wrestlers, Randy gave it all for the roar of the crowd. He was finally back home. Rest in peace, Randy the Ram.
Yeah, for real.
Died doing what he loved.
That final shot is one of the best things Darren Aronofsky has ever done. That one final shot, it's just so
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, it's absolutely.
Honestly, I'm not sure if this is now my favorite Aronofsky. Like, I guess I need to go through him again, but if I was to, this was at least like very up there. It's probably
If it
just
had an
below
ass to
Metroid
ass
Dream.
scene, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got me
Gotta
there,
lighten it up,
'cause
Sod. We just spent the last like 2 hours talking about all these dead wrestlers, and now the main character of this film is fucking dead.
I
Yeah.
had to take off my glasses because there's tears in my eyes.
My
It is-
glasses are also off, so it's okay.
I bet his daughter feels like shit after this.
Well, that doesn't matter now because he truly, as she said, I want nothing to do with you. I just don't care. So
I'm sure somebody fucking. He's like, hey, did you hear your dad fucking died at a wrestling show?
Well,
What?
yeah, I guess so. But the whole point of this movie is it's from his like Randy's perspective. So at this point, he believes that.
Yeah,
even
but
if he
who's
did
to say
die,
she didn't go out and kill herself after that, knowing that she might have pushed her dad away into
Do
doing
you
that?
do you want a sequel to this about the daughter? Is that what
No,
you're
fuck
saying?
no. I'm just saying. The sequel to this would be like, oh yeah, she killed herself. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
So-
we
short
don't know.
movie.
a short by Darren Aronofsky.
The Wrestler 2. Or
The Wrestler's daughter. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be the wrestler twice in a lifetime.
Ugh. Ha ha. Good one. There's still time. They're both still alive.
And they're both in Hollywood now.
They're both in Hollywood. It could still happen.
They don't know what
Ethan
we're
Sod,
talking
would you
about.
like to take a guess about the two wrestlers we're talking about right now?
No, because I don't want to make myself look like I've already made myself
They-
like the
they-
biggest fool.
they-
Yeah.
You
These
literally
are
watched. You literally watched one of their films the other day.
These are the two most popular people right now.
Probably the
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're the two.
Wait.
Well, no, Austin was a wrestler, so no.
Wait, okay, tell me what I've done.
In terms of celebrity
guess.
status, I think.
I don't want to take a guess.
Why the fuck not? You just watched his movie.
Well, last time I watched Clue, where you say it was Tim Curry.
No, yeah, Tim Curry, the famous wrestler, Tim Curry. Yeah, his famous top rope move, the "I'm a transvestite." Yeah. No, we're talking about The Rock and John Cena.
What? Oh,
Rock.
okay.
The Rock and John Cena,
Yeah,
both
Rock-
former
Rock-
wrestlers. A lot of people
Yeah,
like
I
to
know
forget
that,
that The
but what-
Rock was a wrestler.
Why?
What did I see them in? I forgot what I've seen them in. recently.
John Cena was in Suicide Squad. You fucking nut.
Oh, that yes, of course. Oops.
Yeah, what a forgettable
have my-
film.
I have my letter. I really liked it. I thought it was a really solid, fun James Gunn movie. But yeah, I was just looking at my diary. I had like March open, but that was in February, so my mistake.
Let's talk about other wrestlers who have died. Macho Man Randy Savage, who was the star of
Oh.
the 2001 hit film Spider-Man,
I
died of a
love
heart attack
Macho.
at the wheel, killed his wife.
Did he play the actual wrestler in like that the first Spider-Man?
Yeah,
like,
he
during
played
that one season?
Bonesaw. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
that's him. That's actually him.
Bonesaw's ready. That was Randy Savage, yeah. That was him, probably the biggest I've ever seen him.
That's WCW days.
Yeah. Well, post W. No, he was fired by
Oh.
then, 2001, yeah.
The right.
But yet they were still using him in Slim Jim commercials though. Yeah. His first wife, Elizabeth, dead. Guess what? Drugs.
Elizabeth.
Lex Luger's fault.
They
Yeah,
don't
Dark-
know who they are.
You'll get to learn about a lot of this stuff in Dark Side of the Ring, Ethan, if you continue watching, which I hope you do.
I will. I will actually, because I just love those 2 episodes so much. I just want more just well made insight on this.
When you're watching the Dark Side of the Ring episodes, though, don't listen to anything that Linda Hogan has to say because she's a lying bitch who only wants money.
Why
I'll
would
keep
she
that in my
show
mind.
up in-
I'll imprint that on my mind.
Yeah, just try to remember Linda
Okay.
Hogan. probably just
so-
as bad as Hulk Hogan.
So she's
Or like
not
a-
real. She's
so
not
they're
real.
perfect for
She's
each other.
fake.
Well, no, they're divorced, but yeah, I guess you
Oh,
could say
they
that.
were perfect for each other then.
Or did you say
Wrestlers
Kudabe?
also tend to lie. Wrestlers also tend to lie during the interviews.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
Even
but
in
I
this
feel like
outside of the ring
she's
episodes.
especially lying because she's a lying bitch.
That's
The Chris
that's
Benoit
understandable.
episode, nobody was lying in that because pretty much
Well,
everything
how
he said.
could
had been
you?
Everyone
confirmed.
was affected by
How
that in
could you
some
lie
way,
about that? Yeah, and how could you even lie about that? Yeah.
I was like, so like everyone just seeing how like devastated and broken everyone was from it.
I swear to God, the
Mm.
son, it was David Benoit, I believe.
Yeah, his
Um,
first son.
especially.
Yeah, the son that looks exactly like him. Anytime like he was getting emotional, I was on the. It was, oh my God, it was.
It is.
Very,
It is kind of
yeah.
scary because it's like watching the actual Chris Benoit cry.
Yeah, it's like his father never left ever. It's like he's still there. It's so sad. Yeah, it's looks.
It also kind of
resembles
sucks
his
that he
father
was
very much.
kept separate from his aunt because
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, plus
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact like he was getting so shadowed because like of his what his father did, and people like were just rejecting him like just because of his
Yeah.
what his father did. Like he couldn't help that. Like he had no, he wasn't there.
he didn't kill his fucking
Nah.
stepmom
Well, yeah.
and
No.
brother.
Yeah.
Well, it's all like as you were saying before, just how like they just sweep everything under the rug, like even how
Oh yeah,
Anthony
WWE
was-
still have not mentioned him to this day.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying like everyone like involved with it, like
They held a
weren't a-
memorial for him.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to talk. Like, if you mention him at all, you would get in trouble.
They held a memorial for him before they knew all the
What
details
happened.
about what happened.
I
Yeah,
I was telling
so
Sod about
sensitive.
that. Yeah, that's in the
Pretty fucked
episode
up.
too. Yeah,
yeah, it is
Yeah.
as well.
yeah. Which is like it's funny, but it's not funny.
It's
It's
fucked
just
up.
sort of like just bamboozling, I guess. Like just
They
how quickly it
bamboozled
was-
themselves. Yeah. Also,
They do-
because this
They do
when
tend to
Chris,
do that.
they were currently in a massive storyline where they were doing like a Who Killed Vince McMahon, but
Vince
they
McMahon
immediately
came back.
yeah, like the next night he was back because what happened to Chris.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wrestling, I would say, for
Wrestling is scary.
wrestling is very scary, but also very entertaining.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Unfortunately, like you do have to take the bad with the good
Hmm.
because
That is true.
for the most part, like if you were to look at it from a very cynical point of view, you would say there's more bad than good. But
You'd be right.
nowadays wrestlers are less likely to die
Mm.
with all the testing and everything. So we're getting
Yeah.
closer to a better wrestling world.
They have
We're more
regulations now.
precautious.
Yeah.
world, I can imagine.
I'm sure like different governments and stuff, because wrestling is mostly an American thing. Like you do have the big companies in Japan being
Mhm.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I guess Noah would be the second
Stardom
one.
too.
Stardom. Yeah, Stardom. And I'm not sure how their regulations work over there. I'm sure they probably have testing and such because you don't see wrestlers in Japan being super fucking jacked like in America.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like that in recent times.
Unless you're seeing an American wrestler go over to Japan.
They can. Also, one other thing, Kenny Omega fought through Vertigo for like 2 years, I think. It was like 2 years or 1 year, I think. Jesus fucking Christ, that guy.
I liked when Kenny Omega kicked that child in the face live on TV.
Oh,
What do you mean? Oh,
just like just of course.
it was great. He
Classic
had, a,
timing.
he, he had a match with like a 7-year-old, and he beat the shit out of her.
What do you mean you had this match with a 7-year-old?
Yeah, he was like taking open challenges, and a 7-year-old got in the ring, and he beat the shit out of her.
Why?
Japanese wrestling is much different than American style wrestling.
What? So
Well,
like
this is-
everything's
it's
up on
better,
the web there,
basically.
like everyone's up on the board, like anything can happen.
Sounds better to me.
the
They
fact
hit
that-
hard. They hit harder. They do strong style.
And
Yeah, they do.
let
Look
children
at
in on
this.
it.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that
our
camera.
boy, our
Look
Canadian
at that
hero.
camera.
Yeah, Kenny Oh, Mega! Dude. That's how they announce him. It's great. I love Kenny Omega. Not just because he's Canadian, because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ethan Sod, I had a question for you before. Since we
Okay.
might as well.
Yeah.
After Benoit and the wrestler episode, would you guys watch any current wrestling that's on television?
I don't know if I would. I get it. I mean, I don't have any specific wrestling services or whatnot, so I don't know if
Well,
I would.
you have like ESPN and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but I've never seen any. Like, you get UFC on there, but I've never seen any wrestling events on there before.
Oh, do you have? Fuck, what is Raw on? It's on the USA channel in America. Do you have USA?
I'm gonna have to check YouTube.
Actually, you know what? Don't watch Raw or SmackDown. Never mind.
Don't
Why?
watch WWE. Watch
Yeah,
AEW, please.
Yeah, watch it.
Please.
Don't watch WWE.
Okay.
Watch it.
Because
It's
if
on
you were
TNT.
to start watching WWE right now, I swear you would never watch wrestling ever again. You would never want to hear about wrestling
Well,
ever again.
that particular, that particular. I actually don't care about WWE.
Do you have TBS or TNT?
TNT, I believe, because I think I watched some
Okay.
hockey games on TNT
Okay,
before.
watch Wednesday nights. Shit, did they move? Rampage.
They moved to TBS. They moved to TBS.
Well,
Wednesday.
Rampage is on.
Friday.
Yeah, so Friday on TNT you can watch Rampage. Yeah,
Maybe he'll see Hook.
maybe.
You'll see who? Hogan? I thought you said Hogan. Hulk.
No, you'll see Hook.
Oh, Hook! The guy that gets pussy according to y'all.
Yeah,
Yes, that
dude, he
guy.
gets mad pussy.
The
Have you seen that clip of him at the strip club, which also kind of leads into the wrestler again?
You said that picture again. I mean, you said it before, yes.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but yeah, there's a picture of him at the strip club, and it's amazing.
Of course.
Probably put a Kacha Hajime on one of the strippers. Sod, what about you?
I can maybe I would watch more Dark Side of the Ring episodes because like.
Oh, no, that at least. I'm definitely gonna watch more Dark Side of the Ring at least. Yeah.
Ethan,
Yeah.
You
Yes?
won't watch movies with someone. Would you be willing to watch a wrestling match with me and Sod and Kudabe if he wants to join? Because it is much different.
PPV, perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, I've taken into consideration.
I know you have a disability when it comes to watching stuff with other people. But
Yeah, I
do.
I do. Yes.
But wrestling's so fun, though.
Yeah, especially with other people. It's great watching with people.
And now with AEW, it means that we have 4 months to prepare, so that means a lot of time.
Yeah. Like I could always send you to like some old WWE matches, like when they put on good matches.
Sure.
Like, especially like older wrestling matches that could be entertaining.
Well,
Probably
probably the oldest I could probably find online is like 2005, 2006, something like that.
Speaking of Roddy Piper, did you know that he cried during a screening of The Wrestler?
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he got very emotional about it because the film moved him so much, which is understandable.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Wrestler watching that movie, I can imagine. Yeah.
I think he was involved with the.
It's on the Blu-ray commentary, I think.
Yeah.
Or though he was some extra, he was on some special feature. I'm not sure it was a commentary, but it was something.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I believe he was also involved with like the Mickey Rourke storyline when Mickey Rourke was like on WWE TV. Oh yeah, Kudabe. That was the year that Chris Jericho beat the shit out of Snuka, Piper, and Steamboat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fun times.
Then Mickey Rourke was also there. That was a shit match. Also, Jimmy, speaking of Snuka, he's a murderer.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think WWE gave lots of money or something
To cover it up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, wrestling business. Really fun.
Yeah, that's what we've learned today.
I think the most recent wrestling...
As you watch through Dark Side of the Ring, you'll see how scummy wrestling can be sometimes.
Well, I already got an idea of that from the Chris Benoit two-parter.
Well, the thing with Chris Benoit is that was a wrestler himself doing something messed up. A lot of the other episodes are about the business
It's still the
itself.
WWE. Like the reaction from the business was still pretty scummy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they probably should have seen this coming, to be honest.
The steroid trials being
Yeah.
a good episode, yeah.
I think the most recent wrestling, because this was more than one company, this transcended companies, was the allegations of sexual assault in wrestling to the female wrestlers.
Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, the Ric Flair thing too, with the plane ride from hell. Like, yeah. But yeah, a
And
bunch.
also WCW going to North Korea. 80,000 people, I think.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than actual Mania numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because WWE loves to lie about how many people they actually stuff into an arena each year. Well,
It's like the whole of North Korea, the whole of a country was there at the stadium.
Yeah, that's how big wrestling is, man. Or was it Wembley Stadium in the UK? Like 100,000 people there for SummerSlam.
Jesus.
Crazy. That's a lot of people in one spot for one event. That's how hot wrestling was. Wrestling was like from probably let's say 97 to 2002, wrestling was at its peak. Like, could not be beat.
Sword and Blazing are not impressed.
Oh, we're just listening. You two are clearly having fun.
It's like, oh, David Lynch could probably sell out an arena 3 times that big.
No.
David Lynch live event. David Lynch versus Darren Aronofsky 1-on-1 main event.
One's like an old man. The other's like he's old. Darren's older, but like Lynch is like it doesn't have.
Have you seen some of the guys they're pushing in WWE right now? They're in their like 60s.
Well, Lynch, like I don't even know if he can like make a whole movie as is right now due to his health. So I doubt he would do wrestling if anything.
They'll just do like what Spielberg did for Kubrick. I'll finish it for you, brother. You just start it.
No,
Darren will finish Lynch.
You gonna finish it, or
yeah.
Yes.
If anything, they'd probably get what's Cooper's actor name?
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, just get him to finish the film. I'm sure, like he's worked with Lynch enough to know what.
Yes, the work ethic is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Harry Dean Stanton because like they were close, but sadly he's passed away.
Mark Frost, baby, he's coming back.
Oh, piss off! No, Mark Frost. No, not Mark Frost.
Mark Frost is here.
Yes.
Just say Twin Peaks.
Imagine like Lynch starts a film and Mark is there to finish it, and he just makes the second half of the film shit. He'd be like, "No, that was the parts that."
No, he like how Twin Peaks finished up, and they like he reveals everything and explains everything.
Yeah. Comes out and exposes the business, brother.
You want to give our final thoughts on the wrestler, or?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's start with our guest here. Kudabe, your thoughts on the film?
I think it's like basically the most accurate representation of wrestling on film. And
have you
Mickey
seen
Rourke
Monster Brawl?
Monster Brawl sucks.
All right, well, we won't be having Kudabe back for another episode.
No.
Unless we do WrestleMania starring John Morrison.
Oh.
No, we're not doing that. Fuck that movie. Ethan.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, well, Kudabe, if you have more.
No, it's okay. I was done. Anyways.
Okay, good. Ethan.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this, but like the more, especially today, just throughout the day, just thinking about it, the more I'm impressed with it. Especially with that ending, like it almost did the thing I love in movies, where like it would kind of just abruptly cuts off. It didn't particularly do that with this, but like the way it just ends, he does his move, he sacrifices it all for the sport he loves the most, and it fades to black, and just sitting there like obviously taking that in, and then Bruce Springsteen's The Wrestler, which I don't know if it was an original either a song he did for the movie, it was like already recorded before, I don't know, but obviously that was really effective during the end credits. But like Yeah, it's just a very down to earth movie. Whether you're a wrestling fan or not, because it doesn't always focus on the wrestling aspect, but more on just this guy just trying to get his life back together. But nothing really works out for him, as things tend to happen and come along the way. But I give it a rewatch. I mean, I can imagine this is like, I think you guys loved it even more in a rewatch, which I can tell because like Simon, you gave it like a 5 on a rewatch. Sod, you gave it like a 4.5 on a rewatch, like more than your
Yeah.
initial first viewing. But like overall, just think about it, I thought it was great. I give it like a 4 out of 5 right now. It's definitely by far one of the best movies we've done so far. I mean, it's like 12 episodes guaranteed, but like it's up there for Creep Show, World's Greatest Dad with that quality.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
up there for me as well.
I thought it was great. Yeah, but it's Mickey Rourke too. It's what a guy in this movie, especially. It's just nice presence to be around as well.
All right, Sod.
Still Sod.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you sort of summed it up perfectly there. This is just excellent. Like obviously Simon Kudabe, like say as they were saying, that it perfectly captures the industry and like the business, and me and Ethan were just sort of blanking on that, and it sort of is like both a great movie. It's sort of sorry, it just sort of shows that it's such a great movie that me and you can sort of still love it in a way,
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
despite not knowing much about the business.
All
Yeah,
the
just sort of-
tracking shots are very great too. By the way, I don't think we mentioned the tracking shots also really good.
Yeah, those shots are great. They just really show how like down to earth. Because this is, as I said before, this is his most down to earth and simple
More
film. But
grounded. I feel like it's in a way it's more grounded as far as his movies. I mean, Requiem for a Dream is still my favorite, but like this is by far his most grounded movie.
yeah. So yeah, it's just a really excellent character study, done well in a documentary style. That's really all I can say.
This is
4.5 out of 5.
recommended here.
Yeah, recommend. Gets the Sod seal of approval.
I love this. I love this movie. 5 out of 5 for me. Just to show how big wrestling was. Like, wrestling was referenced in Groundhog Day. He gets some tickets to WrestleMania. Wrestling was fucking referenced in the Mario Brothers movie. Think about that for a minute.
That's how you know you're big, when
Like-
the Mario movie references you.
Yeah, he was gonna take her to WrestleMania. Wrestling will transcend genres. It will hopefully never die. But wrestling will always be there. Like, for wrestling, I feel it's something you have to start when you're younger. Like, I don't think like probably like a 20 to 30-year-old person is just gonna be like, you know what?
Oh, so it's a
I
wrestling.
kind of
Yeah,
like this. Yeah.
yeah. Every wrestling person, I guess, starts from like this. They grew up with it. It's definitely,
Yeah.
it helps with that.
It's something you got to start watching when you're younger. You're not gonna just start saying, "Hey, you know what? This wrestling stuff, that's for me." It does just might happen, but I'm sure it doesn't.
No.
Like, it's probably just something that doesn't happen, and that's okay because there's always going to be more wrestling fans being popped out every day. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Future wrestling fans, yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like
they're
you
gonna
were.
they're gonna be buying that John Cena merch. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is your pick,
Social
by the way,
credit
for the
vote.
movie. And
Yeah, this is
thanks
my
for-
pick. It's
Yeah,
about
but
time
you did.
Ethan finally likes something that I picked.
Well,
It's a long
also
time
you
coming.
Well, you definitely did yourself with this one. Thank you for making me. In my torture challenge for context for listening, I did this thing a while ago. People recommending movies for Discord server, and this was one of the movies Sod actually gave me. So thank you, Sod, as well.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that now.
You gave this one of the movies he gave me. So finally got around to it, brother.
Now you just
And,
gotta watch like the other 8 I recommended.
Actually, like you recommended me like Ed Wood, which I do want to see, in American Werewolf in London, which has my boy from After Hours. So I'm
Or
definitely
just do the
watching that.
challenge in general, but whatever.
I think
I'm just gonna have to
I
pick
watched-
out all those ones.
Yeah,
And...
Well, I watched most of your Rex. I watched Starship Troopers. Like, I think I have a few more left to go for
Yeah.
you. And Kudabe, our first guest, by the way, makes it very special. You get to hear his beautiful voice, which I'll be.
He's been
reading
on the
about-
show before.
Oh,
A
that's right.
single, I guess.
That's the singular guess. Yeah, like Kristen Shaw, she was there, but like, yeah. I'm glad you could be here and give us your wrestling insight with Simon going on about that of each other.
Yeah,
Just
thanks
so
for being here.
company. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And eventually we'll start our Death Blimps band if you like, but that's a whole other thing we get into at some point.
I'll be the keyboard.
Well, I thought you did the vocals. Like,
No, he's
I'd be
physically. No, he means he's physically going to be the keyboard.
okay. Okay. I'll be a drummer. Simon handles electronic shit. Then I guess Kudabe does the keyboard stuff, I suppose.
So guess who that guy is in that GIF?
Oh, call Steve
Trump.
Austin, delivering the stunner to former United States President Donald Trump. Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I can sort of tell from the weird hair.
Still sells the stunner better than Vince.
Trump? Trump sold it so shitty. Look at that. What the fuck?
The water bottle bump.
Oh,
Yeah, so good luck
Right.
syncing that up.
What with the GIF?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
I'll
take you months to edit
try.
this.
this is always
Yeah.
a great sell. Rock always sells it so good, so great.
I personally like Scott Hall's selling of the stunner.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can
Boop.
find it.
Boop. Boom, boom.
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh hell yeah. Whip.
Am I gonna have to show all these?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna leave you guys with this final question. If you were a wrestler, what would your gimmick and theme song be?
Oh my god, theme song. You guys are prepared for this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sparks.
Theme song. I gotta think about this.
Ooh.
Okay, I
Perhaps.
guess who wants to go first?
Well,
You said-
my gimmick would be that I'm Canadian and everyone would hate me for being Canadian. Especially.
Well, that would also be my gimmick as well, like as foreigner.
No, you're part of the Iconics. Your gimmick is being annoying.
Oh,
Yeah.
not sure how I feel.
Look
about
that up.
I was about to like say my idea was like, oh, I'm just a foreigner. I bring the Vegemite, bring that to the ring, have land
Let
down
me tell you
under
something.
playing.
Let me tell you something, mate. This is Vegemite. And the next person I beat, I'm going to shove this down their fucking gullet.
Yeah, that's my gimmick, I guess.
That's your gimmick. All right. What would your theme be?
Land
A
down
didgeridoo?
under.
The man down
just-
under?
Yeah, that sure.
Yeah, good luck getting the rights to that shit.
I can. Well, this is just like sort of a what if.
Yeah. So, Ethan, you are all ego Ethan Omaha.
Sure. Yes. I guess my
That's-
gimmick. I don't know. I guess being tall. I don't know. That's all I've got. I guess
But you'd be like about average height for a wrestler. They're usually about 6+. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect. Well, for a gimmick though, that's an interesting point. Yeah, I don't know how that would really make sense, but I mean, as far as the thing-
American.
as far as the theme song, I mean, I'm looking through Spotify right now because there's so much I could like do, but like. I mean, as far as Death Grips, like one song I guess I would do. I mean, probably something off the money stores. So like, has to be something really good. I guess like, I don't know. Kudabe's gonna be only that gets this, but I guess like Punk Weight would good because how aggressive that one is in particular. It's just a bombard. No, actually, no, I know what it is. It's off the first mixtape. X-Mo 2. It gotta be the first song. Beware, because like it's the first like
Beware.
yes, for the first project. And it opens with Charles Manson speaking. They sample Charles Manson speaking, and then once it gets to the music, it just bombards you, and you're just like sucked into this music. And one of the first lines MC says is like, "I am the beast I worship," which is one of the hardest things I've ever heard in my entire life. It just makes you want to just piss your pants. It's such a visceral song. It would have to be that. Beware by Death Grips, one of the greatest songs like released in the last decade. That'd be my song, 100%.
Kudabe,
Got-
what's your song and gimmick, brother?
Well, here's the thing. Somebody already stole my song and gimmick. And here it
Oh
is.
my god! No. I'm
Fucking,
like not
fucking
tolerant,
Grado.
though.
Fucking Grado.
Fucking Grado, that son of a bitch.
I'm so glad I thought
Just
of it
like a
now.
little prayer, I'm down on my knees. All right, fair
That's
enough.
Madonna. That's Madonna.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Grado.
Madonna. No, he's not lying. There's a fucking Scottish guy named Grado, and he comes out by the Madonna song. Yeah,
And it's hype as fuck.
everyone gets so hyped for it. It's crazy. They're all singing along. It's like the Scottish version of Judas. I'm
Oh,
surprised he's
everybody's
alive.
singing along.
Most of his paycheck must go to the rights to use that song.
Basically.
Can't be cheap. So, Ethan, you can leave the chat for me to say what my gimmick and song would be because you're not going to like it.
Just say it. Just say it.
I would
Didn't
come
you
out to
already
a
say it?
Disturbed song because I love Disturbed. So I'd probably come
Okay.
out to Criminal or 10,000 Fists, something from their earlier stuff.
Okay.
Or
Not
like
the worst thing you said.
I feel like maybe a Tool song would also work as well.
Oh my god, dog! I
What
can
about
keep.
that
I love.
Renaissance
Okay, yes.
cover?
Okay. Well, which Tool song in particular are you thinking of?
So many good ones.
For me personally, I would say something off Undertow because that one is. I feel like it's. I love this aggression. The one in particular is. It's not so raw in particular.
I
That
was
one
thinking
album.
like Schism would be a good
Okay,
one.
well, yeah, that's a classic. Yeah.
The Pot would also be a good one.
Oh, that.
Some-
I mean, that
something
album.
off- But I
Yeah,
think
we're-
the main one I'd want to come out to is probably Victorious.
Oh yeah, well, 2,000 Days. I mean, the album itself, like, I mean, singing about Maynard's mother who is paralyzed for 2,000 Days is obviously sad, but
Yeah.
like those particular songs themselves, I mean, like maybe like the title track about his mother, where sings about that, but
Wings.
those would be
Yeah,
good.
Wings for
Yeah,
Mary.
yeah. Those songs in particular, but those songs would definitely be good walkout songs.
I think Jambi would also be pretty hyped to come out to.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the Victoria Justice TV show for a second.
No. The hidden track on Undertow, Disgustipated, the final song on Undertow, I feel like that'd be a pretty good one as well, because this is how bizarre it. Like, you figured that the album ends on Flood, but then it comes back on Disgustipated, which like most of the song is just like crickets.
You thought I was
like,
done?
yeah, basically, yeah. That's how the album ends. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? On that note, thanks for watching. This has been Simon versus the podcast with me, Simon, Ethan,
Ethan here.
Kudabe,
Wank pheasants.
and Sod.
Yep, Sears.
And also, if you're looking for some other stuff by us that isn't podcast related, Sod and myself have started a watch along series. So far, we have done, as of recording, we've done Commando, 2 episodes of Family Guy,
Oh yeah,
and we've done Alien vs Predator. So yeah, if you enjoy just curing random bullshit, well, there's a movie, or if you just want to, put us on in the background, why not? Bye everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Probably we'll see you next time.